It's time to do God's work. Time to do God's work, all right? Live. Cenat rejects Kamala. Says, I don't think he's too nice about it, too. You know what I'm saying? Hecklers boo Kamala. Trump speaks. I don't think he's too nice about it. Let me turn this down. All right, Trump just finished speaking 2 hours ago. He did this little thing. Tomorrow is the official rally, so we're gonna get to that tomorrow. And also, this is at Mar-A-Lago. We want to break down Project 2025 again. Because a lot of people, it's causing a lot of fear mongering. A lot of people are scared to death of Project 2025. And a lot of people say that Trump is not addressing policy. But I have the exact policy proposal by the name of Agenda 47. Now, let's start the show. Double tap the screen. Let's get some carrots in chat early. I'm going to just get right to it, man. Candace Owens is sitting down with this Ray J. And Ray J got a show going on about. The title of this says Candace Owens causes trans actor to lose it. This is on Pop and Politics. I caught the exact interview, but it's a very long interview. Let's see what they got.
This is why like the exciting twins and they're.
Before I show y'all JD Vance going demon time. Ooh, JD Vance. I think JD Vance is a little bit that dude that's running with Kamala is kind of radical. But JD Vance, he hit different. All right, let's start this shit. Double tap the screen. Get the lights up.
They have to have these surgeries, and their organs can be mixed. And it's a risk.
I don't think wrong.
It is, but something goes wrong when somebody.
I think this person that's sitting on the right was born a man, but now has some big ass feet too. And Ray J has a show. I think it's with like 12 of them. But I just want to see. It says it causes them to lose it. I didn't get that far in the interview to know if this person lost it or not. But let's see.
Body is born intersex.
So wrong?
Even Eve.
Because it's like, wrong. But we all believe. Yeah, we all believe that God created
snake and
us.
had 2 heads.
But I feel like that could also be that's God's creation. Because I'm
not saying the person being alive is wrong. I am saying that genetically speaking, there are tons of things that can go wrong. It's like, people, when something happens because of who you're married to and your genes are lining up in a different way. And some people can be born
special.
Yeah.
Blind in one eye.
Yeah.
This, that.
Oh, that's special. Okay, special.
There are tons of things.
One of my dogs was blind, but he was moving.
Yo, and Ray J out of everybody talking to these people. What is Ray J doing? Is Ray J really dating? Is Ray J trying to come out the closet, man? Let me know, man. I don't know if any of y'all familiar with this interview, but this just happened, I think, yesterday.
People are born different.
People.
Okay, but that is not, intersex is not transgenderism, because transgenderism, everything has gone just right. And at some point in that person's life, they just make a decision to say that I want to start living as this opposite sex that I was not born as. And that is why I say this is a mental disorder, okay? I don't view an intersex person.
Oh man, she don't say allegedly about nothing. This is why I like her.
As having a mental disorder.
But
basically saying, my boy, she basically saying that you're crazy. If you're trying to cut your own penis off, then you're crazy. That's what she's saying. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just listening.
Opposite sex that I was not born as. And that is why I say this is a mental disorder, okay? I don't view an intersex person as having a mental disorder.
See, you got to understand why this is important. Because if you let the government get away with one thing, then they'll try to make something else a thing. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to see it. It's not about having an opinion on this on in particular. It's about having an opinion on let's just put it this way. I'm on her side. I think that you gotta be stark raving mad out your fucking mind to want to take off what God has given you and put on, y'all get where I'm going.
I view a transgendered individual as having a mental disorder. And I'll ask you a question. Is Rachel Dolezal black?
Pardon?
Is Rachel Dolezal black? Rachel
That nigga mad. He want to get up and punch her in her face with his big ass hands.
Dolezal, if you're not familiar, is the woman who was wearing dark makeup and was leading the NAACP.
Them big ass feet. Motherfucking feet bigger than Ray J.
Had grown her hair out kinky into an afro, and then it turned out that her parents spoke out, and she's basically as white as they come, and she just was dressing every day as a black person and passing as black and leading the NAACP.
Yeah.
But there's a reason it shuts everything down, because it's not a tricky question.
Wow, is that not legit enough? You had somebody leading the NAACP, whole white woman, masquerading as a black person. Man, they love using that race shit. But I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all about real white supremacy. Y'all think y'all know some shit? I'm going to let Candace break it down at a fucking committee meeting.
Question. She literally in 4 seconds, Rachel Dolezal said that she was black, that she lived this way, had a great job.
Yeah, you brainwashed, nigga. You're brainwashed. I can't even be nice about it no more. Because you know what? Y'all not being nice to me. And a lot of people that know me personally, they just not being nice to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm going to tell you fuckers something, bro. I want you to listen to this. Something wrong with me. Because I like when they not nice to me. You know why? Because when it comes to this truth bomb shit, carrots in the chat. When it comes to this truth, I take the fucking gloves off. All right? Especially with people that I love. If I love you and you came at me, trust me. On this shit, on this political shit, Trump has been God in that regard. Trump has been sent by God to wake me up to what the fuck is around me. Some of y'all are some evil people. Some of y'all are some nasty brutos. Some of y'all some nasty brutos. Word, Holmes. Oh, the way y'all treat me? Poor me. Poor me. That's why I can't be nice no more. You know what? Candace Owens got more balls than y'all. Yeah, she got more balls than y'all. Just like Eve. She like Eve. She got more balls than y'all. Y'all niggas calling yourself men and won't even step up and tell people how you really feel. She don't say, like I said, she don't say allegedly with nothing. She put it out there. And some of you cowards been rooting for somebody that don't even know that the other side is racist. Motherfucker, listen, the real Uncle Ruckus is Kamala Harris, nigga. Y'all gotta wake up. Bitch put more niggas down than the KKK.
At the NAACP fighting for black causes.
Allegedly.
Suddenly her parents speak out. Everyone can see that her parents are very white. And then they showed a picture of Rachel Dolezal. It turns out this is like a blonde-haired Scottish girl. I mean,
what if she was around black people for all?
Word, man. Now look at this guy. Look at this great dick.
All her life.
Well, that's my point, right? So, and
look at them arms folded up. See, they can't talk to this woman. They can't. And some of y'all, you know, Candace Owens is a black or white thing. You either all the way in or you all the way out. And some of y'all, you know what? When I see some of y'all men attack and come at this woman, right? It make me see a lot about you. That's why I said these people sent from God. Because me, I would never been able to see you. I can't get you that mad. I can't get none of y'all that mad. But one of these politicians could. And one thing I love about it, right, is that every time I see an opposing motherfucker that come to this chat or call me and act like they my friends, my family and all that, and be like, there's something mental with me because listen, there's something mental with half the fucking country. You better wake up. Y'all better wake up. And this woman right here doesn't say allegedly. Listen to how she get at it. She just told this nigga that, listen, basically, you are a man. You were born a man, my man, right? And you cut your penis off. So, and to my opinion, that's mental illness. That's what she said, okay? So that's the breakdown. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. If you're here for that vertical feed and you don't know what's going on yet, just take a seat. Because trust me, carrots in the chat.
And the reason why you guys are struggling to answer this is because what it does is it presents.
I'm not struggling.
Yeah, you said Rachel Dolezal.
They are too. They never want you to finish a sentence. They cannot let you finish a sentence. These people will not let you finish a sentence.
Dolezal is not black.
Yeah, she's not black, and
And so
also
if
I feel
Rachel
like
Dolezal
it's
But
was
if she
sitting
said she was
here,
black,
but-
then she's black.
yeah, okay.
and would I just
Just like if I want to be called Killer Poom Poom,
So
y'all
at
gotta call
least-
me the name I want. 'Cause
At least-
What is he doing, man? Ray J will do. Ray J, let me tell you something. Ray J will literally put P. Diddy's in his mouth, right? Let me tell you something, right? Ray J do anything. Let me see. Also, too, right? Ray J to do anything. Everybody in this chat know Ray J will literally bite a pillow. Let's put it that way. Ray J, if he's not already, right, will bite a pillow. I watch Ray J with the Bloods. I watch Ray J clout chase his own sister. I watch Ray J exploit mad women. And this is, let me tell you something. This is why Candace Owens sits down with these type of individuals. Because it shows the weakness, my nigga. Y'all history. Some of y'all think that fame and popularity is something for that. Yo, listen, long term, when we get a record, when I go back to my old videos, I'm like, damn, I'm proud of myself. I can see my growth. But most of y'all, we see your end. We see your end. When we look at your career, like this bozo right here, right? This bozo right here had the biggest, right? And then look, he attacks Candace Owens more than anybody. And you want to know why? You want to know why? Because he's an anti-man. It's an anti-man. Come on, man. You're an anti-man. No wonder you like putting your hands on women. Because we know charges. Everybody know I did God's work over here already, right? With Charlemagne. Everybody know. Expose the fuck out of you. Great Bo. Sitting up there with academics discussing that shit like it was something to talk about. Like you was cool. Like y'all was just slapping high fives talking about how you put a Mickey in that girl drink. You put a Mickey. This nigga put a Mickey in the girl drink. Didn't Megan Thee Stallion shoot somebody or get shot? Some shit. Wait. Which one was that? That shot somebody or something. Yo, look at our leaders. Our leaders are some motherfucking entertainers. You can put these photos up here and to tell you, yo, if I feel like being called a basketball, I'm a basketball. No, you ain't. That's mental illness. That's mental illness, bro. Your cat come home barking like a dog, you're gonna get a new cat. That's mental illness.
That point, right? So, and the reason why you guys are struggling to answer this is because what it does is it presents.
I'm not struggling.
Yeah, you said Rachel Dolezal is not black.
Yeah, she's not black, and
so
also I
Rachel
feel like
Dolezal
it's
Now look,
She
sitting
said
here,
she was black.
but
look at Ray J. Look at Ray J. Trying to cape for the nigga that got feet bigger than him. Shoulders twice as the size. Twice. No cat, man. No cat. What I'm saying is that when did a motherfucker like this, see, this is what I want. This is the problem I got with you. With anybody that's a Republican, a Democrat, liberal, right? This is the problem I got with you. Y'all keep throwing these people up here and talking about they speak for black people. You don't speak for you don't speak for humans. What are you talking about? You said that if I feel like being called a basketball, I could be called a basketball. No, you can't.
And she's black.
yeah, okay.
and would I just
Just like if I want to be called Killer Poom Poom.
So
If I want to be called Killer Poom Poom, I can't. No, you can't.
But-
and she's black.
yeah, okay.
and would I just
Just like if I want to be called Killer Poom Poom,
So
y'all
at
gotta call
least-
me the name I want. 'Cause
At-
Ray J is what you would call a sellout, right? And this has nothing to do with race, right? Mind you, right? This is somebody that stand for nothing. This is somebody that stand for nothing or stand with anything, depending on the ticket. Oh yeah, you don't speak for me. None of these people speak for me, man. Stop talking about y'all speak for black people. Y'all don't speak for nobody but your own pockets. Name one thing you did for somebody black. Let's get back to the race issue for a second. Name one thing you motherfuckers did. All you black power motherfuckers too. Come on. I believe in playing fair. I believe in playing fair. Y'all think y'all know something, right? All right, check it out. Beat this. I know this 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Because every 4 years, it becomes racist. Smokey, I ain't the smartest man, but from this side of the house, it look like you're taking a shit over there. You know what I'm saying? But every 4 years, look at this video. Ironically, let's lower this. It says 4 years ago, 6.8 million views. 4 years ago. 4. Why come say 4 years so many times? Because only every 4 years is when they care about you, black people. Mother. Only every 4 years they care about you. And when you care about yourself, funerals and barbecue. That's the name of my mixtape, by the way. Ain't that ironic that they only get you, that y'all can only be black every 4 years? Y'all ain't even black for Black History Month. When, you know what I mean? Like, for real. Everything is a trend. Everything is a game. And it's easy. It's so easy. This is why I'm offended by the liberals. This is why I cannot ever be on that side. Ever. I'm offended that y'all don't give us enough respect to know that, yo, listen, there's somebody better out there for us than y'all just said that y'all got what? They're close to a fucking $1 billion, and the best y'all can do is go get Megan Thee Stallion. Major fail. And then Kamala's getting heckled and reacts like a typical ratchet. Start throwing caps at Donald Trump. Oh, you whack. This is whack. But look, let me remind y'all of who Candace Owens is. 4 years. Every 4 years. Remember that, puto.
Of the hearing, is that right?
That is correct.
And to have another witness insinuate something that is not accurate is just not appropriate, Mr. Chairman, for how witnesses are supposed to behave in front of this committee. I also think you didn't say
you're trying to G-check the chairman on what somebody else said out their mouth.
It doesn't matter about the subject matter.
Look at the way his mouth is pursed. He just, you know, this is the real white supremacy. This is the real hatred for black people. When you see a grown ass old liberal white man just dogging this young black woman just because, how dare you? How dare you say you're a Republican? How dare you fight for Trump?
Matter of today's hearing, you said there are other subjects that matter as well. And
oh, I don't recall her fighting for Trump ever. I recall her only fighting for policy. I recall her critiquing Trump. I heard Officer Tatum critiquing Trump. I see, yo, on the conservative side, they are super fair. Bro, trust me, I watched them for a while before I start switching up and start paying attention.
And maybe we should spend some time on those. Is that accurate?
That is correct. And they matter much, 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 much more. And I've said that. I said that in my opening, and I will say it again.
Look at his face. Look at his face when he ace. Look at that resentment. Look at that fucking. See, this is what y'all think racism. Y'all don't know no racism. Y'all too young. Y'all don't know nothing. You don't know shit. If you can't see white supremacy right here in your face. Look at this. Look at that face. Look at that face. That's the face of entitlement. I can talk to you any way I want. How dare you come up here and try to talk smart? Like you got some sense.
Other subjects that matter as well, and maybe we should spend some time on those. Is that accurate?
That is correct. And they matter much.
Try to G-check her like she a child.
Much, much, much more. And I've said that. I said that in my opening, and I will say it again. You know that white supremacy and white nationalism is ranks nowhere near the top of the issues that are facing Black America. And the reason that you are bringing them up in this room is because it
got these niggas out here fighting for bail reform. Yo, all the issues in the world, they talk about, yo, what's up with the bail? What's up with bail? Oh, y'all been listening to too many rap songs. Y'all been listening to too many rap songs. And maybe that's why some of y'all get killed when the police try to grab you. Maybe that's for real. You better stop listening to that music, my boy. That music is making you think that you're gonna beat the police when you dead ass wrong. See, in my day, many moons ago, when I got caught, give me a jacket, give me a sweater. It's time to go. I'm not fighting with them. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. I have my mother come out there and say, yelling, get off. I have my brother out there beat. Man, I'm going in quiet. When I know it was me, that's how real G's get down. That's how real men get down. Some of you motherfuckers, especially the ones that be talking about defund the police, biggest rats ever. Trust me. Trust me, man. All you gotta do, you don't believe me? Tell them take their shirt off. Tell them take their shirt off and turn around and look on their back. You're gonna see a tag, made in China. Made in China. Because you're fake as fuck. But look, let me just tell you this, right? Defund the police.
It is attempt to make the election all about race as the Democrats.
Not in my case, Ms. Owens.
Thank you. All about race. Because this was 4 years ago, and y'all haven't seen one headline about a black person getting mowed down by no cops. At all. Niggas only important for elections. Trust me when I tell you. Because if that wasn't the case, all them thousands of bodies that dropped in the last 4 years in America, especially in Chicago, would have got addressed. That shit would have had light on it. And why ain't that? And then look, and for the people that need their black fix, if y'all want to be, listen, we're gonna continue playing the race card. Why Kamala ain't pick a black man to run with her? Huh? We only hear about the race issue every 4 years because they need you to be emotionally vested for you to vote. Remember what Diddy said, right? Vote or die, nigga.
And the reason that you are bringing them up in this room is because it is attempt to make the election all about race as the Democrats.
Not in my case, Ms.
Please don't
Owens.
cut
I'm
me
sorry.
off.
Please do not characterize my motive.
See, still cutting off. That's what you call entitlement. Double tap the screen, get the likes up. You got here from the vertical feed, you're in the right place because we about to wild out. I'm going to answer some of your comments in a second, too. Double tap the screen, get the likes up. You're going to see a big-ass thumb pop up as soon as you do that, all right? Candace, get these motherfuckers.
Not in my case, Ms.
Please don't
Owens.
cut
I'm
me
sorry.
off.
Please do not characterize my motive.
Mr. Chairman.
Talking to her. I just can't get past it. Look how you talking.
Is ranks nowhere near the top of the issues that are facing Black America. And the reason that you are bringing them up in this room is because it is attempt to make the election all about race as the Democrats.
Not in my case, Ms.
Please don't
Owens.
cut
I'm
me
sorry.
off.
Please do not characterize my motive.
Mr. Chairman, it's my time.
Yeah,
it's my time.
You've got your time, Mr. Menez. I'll give you 3 more seconds.
Every 4 years, you bring up race, and you knew exactly what I meant when I said hilarious, and you just tried to do live what the media does all the time.
That shit, MAGA radio stations, man. Yo, knock it off, man. This is not whatever you think it is, man. This is the place where you sit the fuck down, hit the like button, and listen. All right, we not here for your opinions too much.
And to Republicans, to our president, and to conservatives.
Yeah, that shit, Phoenix.
But you tried to manipulate what I said to fit your narrative. Okay, I was not referring to the subject matter that is hilarious. I said it's hilarious that we are sitting in this room today, and I've got 2 doctors and a missus, and nobody can give us real numbers that we can respond to, so we can assess how.
Fucking with this woman. She more qualified than Kamala. She more qualified than Kamala.
Nobody can give us real numbers that we can respond to, so we can assess how big of a threat this is, because you know that it is not as big of a threat as you are trying to make it out to be, so that you can manipulate. And the audacity of you to bring up the Christchurch shooting manifesto and make it seem as if I laughed at people that were slaughtered by a homicidal maniac is, in my opinion, absolutely despicable. And I think that we should be above that.
That talk. You see them dudes behind the arms is folded, right? They don't even know how to feel.
Try to assign reality or any meaning to a homicidal maniac.
Strength in a black woman. Y'all want to represent a black woman? I don't want no president that's gonna bring Megan Thee Stallion up on the stage. All right, I don't want that. I don't want a president. And then furthermore, guess what? Guess what the people that's on the outside looking in saying? That's my beef.
Writing a manifesto,
I don't hate a person that much. Y'all hate Trump. It's not that y'all actually liberals or fucking Democrats. You actually take the name shit. You know what I'm saying? If that's what if you felt like it. You just don't like Trump. Let's just call it what it is. It's the anti-Trump people. That's all it is. But none of us don't hate Biden or Kamala that bad. They're just obviously weak. All right?
by the way, let the record show, also stated Spyro the Dragon, the child's cartoon, as a source of inspiration. He also cited Nelson Mandela as a source of information. I don't think that Nelson Mandela has inspired mosque shootings. You can correct me if you think I'm wrong. You would rather assign meaning to a homicidal maniac
100-0. She's undefeated.
than to actually address what I said.
JD Vance, woo, baby, that boy be talking hot. That's what we want to see represent this country. We want motherfuckers that's gonna say, yo, listen, we taxing everything coming over here. We're gonna make America great again. We don't want people open. We don't want open borders. We don't want the police defunded. Yo, if you get let me tell y'all, goofies out there, right? Some of you people that never been to the underworld or know what it looked like for a nigga eyes to roll back in front of your face, all right? Let me tell you something. You don't want the police defunded. You don't know the demons out here waiting for your ass. Yeah, they out here. They out here. You don't want no police around when, you know what I'm saying, when your mother getting a crib ran in and she old. All right? Trust me when I tell you, y'all better stop talking that defund the police shit.
The things that I said today that are actually harming Black America. Number one, father absence. Number two, the education system and the illiteracy rate.
Wow. Education, illiteracy rate, right? Now, the one thing I do have a problem with is a motherfucker driving past my car, right? With a furry steering wheel, patting her hair, you know what I'm saying? And can't pronounce words. Real talk. The illiteracy rate is terrible. Fathers not being in the crib is terrible.
Illegal immigration ranks high, abortion ranks high, white supremacy and white nationalism, if I had to make a list again of 100 things, would not be on it. This here.
It's a farce. It's bullshit, all right? Let's double tap the screen, get the likes up, right? Now, I'm going to show you why I like JD Vance. Before we get into this Cenat thing, right? And Cenat, okay, everybody knows. Everybody, if you ain't in the loop, I'm going to tell you, right? What everybody should know. Everybody should fucking know that the only reason that Kamala campaign team reached out to Cenat is because Adin Ross just did a viral interview with Trump. We covered it. We showed a little bit of it. I actually got the whole recording. All right, just in case they took it off, because that shit was like impromptu. Excellent interview. So Kamala is trying to get the black vote. So what does she do? She go to Cenat. We're gonna show what happens in a second. But let me show you how my man be handling this media, bruh. JD Vance, y'all, I don't care if y'all like him or not. Boy is sharp. He from like 20 minutes from where I'm at right now. They all know him out here. They love him. All right? We're shit bad about JD Vance. And this is why. Watch.
Last night, Governor Walz suggested that because of their Ivy League education and
this was yesterday. That boy came out firing.
Your Silicon backing your political.
JD Vance ain't scared to pull up on nothing. Yeah, JD Vance is he got some big balls. You know what I'm saying? And he's the right guy to be running around with a guy named Trump, because this dude don't stand down and he don't let Trump hold his hand. Like you can see the other dude with Kamala. He's like Kamala getting all the attention and he trying to, you know what I mean? It's like Mason did it. He trying to get a shine. But no, Kamala, let me tell you something. Kamala like that camera. She don't know how to perform, but she love that camera. Don't get it twisted. This could easily become our next president. So let's put a little bit of respect on this bitch. But I'm gonna tell you, she's ratchet as fuck. Kamala look like one of them old joints that be fucking around with the young boy. Miss what's her name? Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Oh yeah, this boy hit hard. Double tap the screen, get the likes up. If you're on that Trump train, type 1. Let's get these liberals motivated.
Career that you yourself are part of the elite. What are your first impressions of them trying to frame you this way to the American public?
Well, look, I came from a family where nobody in my family had ever gone to law school.
Watch, he start off cool, but this dude starts firing.
I grew up in a poor family. The fact that Tim Walz wants to turn it into a bad thing, that I actually worked myself through college, through law school, and made something myself. To me, that's the American dream. And if Tim Walz wants to insult it, I think that's frankly pretty bizarre. Now, look, what really bothers me about Tim Walz, it's not even the positions that he's taken.
Tim Walz is a radical. I'm gonna let y'all know now.
Though certainly he has.
I'm talking about fanatic. Fuck a radical. He's way left. Yo, I'm talking about he's with that changing sex up. He's with that men and women's sports. He's with that defunding the police. And they trying to get this done ASAP. Trust me, America's going to turn upside down. These people take over.
Has been a far left radical. You know what really bothers me about Tim Walz as a Marine who served his country in uniform? When the United States Marine Corps, when the United States of America asked me to go to Iraq to serve my country, I did it. I did what they asked me to do it, and I did it honorably, and I'm very proud of that service.
Thank you for your service, sir.
When Tim Walz was asked by his country to go to Iraq, you know what he did? He dropped out of the Army and allowed his unit to go without him, a fact that he's been criticized for aggressively by a lot of the people that he served with. I think it's shameful to prepare your unit to go to Iraq.
Okay, we're going to get on some BS. I see. We're going to get on some BS because, bro, y'all over here, and some of y'all getting crazy in the chat, but I got a tight team. And
Nigga, you gay.
I got something for you. I got a remedy over here. Let my boy talk, okay? Double tap the screen. That's how you get the likes up. You're going to see a big-ass thumb pop up.
Iraq, to make a promise that you're going to follow through and then to drop out right before you actually have to go. I also think it's dishonest. Something, again, if you guys ever get an opportunity
Shots fired
to ask Tim Walz or Kamala Harris some questions, he made this interesting comment that the Kamala Harris campaign put out there, and I bet they're regretting they put it out there now, because he said that and he was making a point about gun control. He said we shouldn't allow weapons that I used in war to be
he been smoking on that boy.
On America's streets. Well, I wonder, Tim Walz, when were you ever in war? What was this weapon that you carried into war, given that you abandoned your unit right before they went to Iraq, and he has not spent a day in a combat zone? What bothers me about Tim...
Man, why they do that, him and Biden? Why they love doing that? Why they like masquerading as fucking war criminals like they can't pull your records, you goofy?
Tim Walz is the stolen valor garbage. Do not pretend to be something that you're not. And if he wants to criticize me for...
Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can
getting
do
an
this
Ivy
shit?
League education. I'm proud of the fact that my mamaw supported me, that I was able to make something of myself. I'd be ashamed if I was him and I lied about my military service like he did. Sir.
Hey, being that y'all want to be in my chat acting crazy, right? Let me ask y'all something, liberals, right? Why did they boo your fucking girl Kamala? Yo, look, matter of fact, you know something? We're going to get back to JD Vance in a second. I got to show y'all this, man. These people ain't have no respect for Shorty. No respect. And she's supposed to be your look. Let me just show you. I can't explain this. You got to just see. 3-minute clip. Look how she handled this. I've never seen this at a Trump rally. I couldn't imagine somebody booing. Look at this shit, y'all. Before I show you how this, double tap the screen, man. Let's get the likes up past 100 right now. All right. Share this video on Facebook. Share this video. Or,
Nigga, you gay.
All right, I'll give y'all a chance real quick before I play this good content. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're kind of sensitive and you're a liberal and you're a man, this one is for you.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has powder to absorb moisture. Use it every day to feel fresh, dry, and confident.
Okay, that last one was for Wayne Hawkins. That's special, just for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing in this chat, man. Tell your story walking, papi. If you're in that Trump train, type 1. Make them mad, okay? I want them to get upset today.
As we move our nation forward, Donald Trump intends to take our nation backward. Just look at his Project 2025 agenda.
You hear all that noise in the back? She trying to talk about Project 2025, which Trump said he ain't got nothing to do with. Agenda 47, I got it, the policy, the plans, and everything. Today, I'm going to show it to y'all.
Project 2025.
And for the people that need their black fix, guess what I got today? For the people that say that, okay, well, they not doing nothing for black people, right?
We never gonna believe that shit. I know I'm not gonna believe that shit.
I have the platinum plan, the whole layout. You know what I'm saying? That's just specifically for black people because we needed something. keep her face the whole time. She's trying to maintain her composure. But you know what she needs.
Between your shower and this, you need this. FDS Feminine Deodorant Spray has...
You know, shit getting hot up in there. You know what I mean? Let's see how she handles the crowd. Now that's the supporters clapping back.
And please do check out Project 2025. Because I'm telling you, it is a plan. It is a plan to weaken America's middle class. Project
They louder than her.
2025, if he is elected.
You know what? Honestly, I don't agree with this type of shit. This is not, by the way, let me just let you know, this is not Trump supporters that's over there heckling her. That's not Trump supporters. That's not a bunch of conservatives over there yelling at her rally. You know what that is? I'm going to show you what that is. See, y'all be thinking that this shit ain't the rabbit hole spot. Let me put you on. Let me put you on. I'm going to break your hearts right now. Hold on.
I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now. I am speaking now. So Project 2025. Look, if he is elected, Donald Trump
Wise.
intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Now everybody's yelling. That's a cap. I'm going to tell you something. They're not yelling because of Donald Trump. I'm going to show you that right now. That's what you call diversion. That's what you call a classic diversion. She want to blame Donald Trump because she got hecklers there. You want to know why she got hecklers there? Because you're killing a whole fucking country and they're not having it.
The climate crisis, and he intends
Most people don't like Trump or you.
to end the Affordable Care Act.
And that's the truth, people.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Watch. Your jaws is gonna drop. Because you would think automatically, this is Trump supporters up in there disturbing that and all that. No, they not that radical.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, here's the truth. Carrots in the chat, y'all. This is who was heckling her. This was not no Trump supporters with no Make America Great hats on in that crowd. All right? This is who was heckling her. They're heckling her because y'all bombing their country. You're bombing the country. You financing this shit. You financing this. This is a desperate move. This is a move that they doing is to be seen so they can stop the fucking war in their country from their people dying. This is what they're there for. They're not there for Trump, bro. But these people is not at Trump's joint heckling them, even though they don't even rock with Trump. See? They speckled in the crowd. They talking about that genocide. Pro-Palestine protesters heckled Vice President Kamala Harris for the first time during her presidential campaign. She's already catching Biden. You got to understand, she inherited this problem from her administration, from Biden. All right? Because they were doing it to Biden first. Watch. They give Tim Walz no shine. Look at that. Look at that. You can't make this shit up. Defended her and countered the protester by chanting and letting her speak. Hey, Jay-Z gonna be at her next rally.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then...
Yeah, I hear you. Black people just not rocking with you, boo-boo. Kai Cenat. So look, I seen the video with Kai Cenat, right? The Officer Tatum dropped the reaction, right? And I think that he covered it pretty good. Check it out.
Not in the younger generation probably don't know who this is. His name is Kai. He's probably the biggest black influencer.
All right.
To reach out to him, can't read the room whatsoever, and ended up causing more damage than good. Roll the clip.
We're supposed to be in a penthouse in New York. Then on top of that, I got the
double tap the screen. You got it on this live through the vertical stream. Double tap it or hit the three dots at the top right. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes all the way up. We about to go down the rabbit hole. If you're on the Trump train, type 1. Let them feel your presence here, because sometimes we get heckled too, but we know how to deal with that. That's where you see them blue wrenches in there. Let's go. All right. Now, Kai Cenat, you know that she only reached out because of the Adin Ross interview with Trump. That's the only reason that she trying to do that. She's trying to catch up, because people that saying that she's winning, she's not winning, y'all. And y'all know that. You obviously see that.
Secret Service calling me 5 times. I don't know.
Secret Service.
About politics, man. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't know not a goddamn thing, my nigga. What the f am I supposed to talk about on screen about politics, bro? I don't know, man. I'll fix it.
Why is he in the trailer?
Oh, what's going on, dude? Now, let me go ahead and say something. All in a matter of a week, I got the Secret Service. Hey, I'm going to keep it a stack. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't give a okay? Listen, I had a bad
He's telling you, I don't give a fuck about your politics, none of that. I have nothing. He talking about he had a bad little joint he was trying to smash.
Listen, I had a bad that I've been trying to get on for like the last 3 years, the last 2 years that I haven't spoke to in like a year. I haven't spoke to this girl in so long who gonna have the audacity to text me, "We need you a part of the campaign." At first I was thinking she was talking about like a game, a video game, like a Modern Warfare game, or some, or if not that.
That's scary, ain't it? When your politicians is reaching out for any random person, don't know their political view, don't know anything. Yo, here's a bag to put my face next to yours.
Clothing brand.
Sad. That's sad. And I hope other countries ain't watching this shit, looking at us and saying, you know what, y'all, and can decipher this shit.
I'm like, what campaign? Shorty gonna say, we're not gonna get into details. Yo, this is why I can't.
That's a fact, John. Don't jump into politics. If it's not your cup of tea, leave it alone. They love using these people, and then as soon as shit burn, they get the fuck away from
I'm gonna give it a stack with y'all boys, okay? What the f is Cenat gonna talk about in politics, man? Let's be real. Let's be real. Hey, look, mark my words. I'm gonna say it right now. If this some way, somehow, something was to go into where I do the stream of politics, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to sit on my stream and say, why did you guys call me? Like, you know, I don't know. I've never did anything with politics. And these blogs are like trying to say, yo, you gotta do this shit, God. And it's
Oh, Kamala ain't happy about this neither. She ain't happy about this. You know what I'm saying?
all the top blogs.
Kamala give me them vibes. Like, remember that movie, Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin? I get them vibes off for sure.
Like, since when did you care about what Cenat had to talk about for politics? You feel me? Chat. It's not even a particular person. It's all sides of the field. All sides.
Ebony, Ronnie, salute. Everybody that's here today, man. You know what I mean? Salute. Double tap the screen for the new people. Let's get the likes all the way up. How many likes we got? Are we past 100 yet? Because for real, I will dead ass go to a commercial break. I know all the Patriots is going to stay right here.
We never going to believe that shit. I know I'm not going to.
Whatever. Get the likes up, man. You're now tuned into the Mac Mean True Story Show.
Sent that bitch on a date. I put that bitch in her place. I'm getting higher than space.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Sent that bitch on a date. I put that.
Likes up. All right, let's get to it.
I don't know what's going on. I haven't even been in tune. Shout out to Adin. I know Adin did some shit, but Adin's more into that, you know? Like Adin's more into that. Chat, when I tell you, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. You feel me? I only gonna do it if it makes sense.
That's honest, but watch he be in politics. Tell you that politic bag, ooh, especially during election season, look just as good as that church bag.
And I don't know it, and I apologize for the people that want to see it so bad, but that's just not my lane. You know, I can't force something that's not me. You feel me? I can't. And I just can't sit there and force something that's just not me. And that's okay. You feel me? And that's okay.
The Mr. Cool DIY is the only duckless.
I know he ain't scared. I seen him do a video in Makoko in fucking Nigeria, so he ain't scared.
Now here's Charlemagne the Frog.
Man, I can't stand this Charlemagne dude. He one of the worst people for black people, man. I'm telling you, man. Him and D.L. Hewley and broadcasting, they the worst. Don't never listen to them fools. I'm telling you, man. I swear to God, I think they was something might have happened when they was young. Never know. The way they talking, you wouldn't think that. And then you know what though? What was surprising to me is all these people that I swear to God, it's always the people that say they speaking up for black people. I wonder why, yo, bro, speak up for your family, bro. Speak up for your own actions. Speak up for them charges you got, homie. Speaking up for black people. This is our leader, huh?
Now here's Charlemagne the Fraud coming out and giving his take on what Kai said. My interpretation of what Kai said is he tried not to disclose who reached out to him, but I bet it was the Kamala Harris campaign reached out to him. They're trying to get all these black influencers to somehow endorse her, even ones who never talk about politics to endorse her. He tried to say it's kind of in the middle, but I think he was really talking about Kamala. That's why Charlemagne responded like he did. But I wish he would be informed. I wish he would listen to somebody like me.
Imagine that. Imagine you actually get one of these young cats to listen and be influenced by the issues.
Me or somebody else to have common sense and be informed and talk about politics and keep it.
That'll be fire.
100.
Double tap the screen, get the lights up. You got Venezuela Reyes in the building. He's a Venezuelan refugee, supposedly. A refugee. He's supposed to be a refugee. He's over here dogging our resources. I mean, the motherfucker has a 1-bedroom that he's renting to 10 Venezuelans because he's getting the government stipend. He's in the chat right now. He gets a government stipend. They give him $1,500 per head every month. And he has 10 of them. So he's getting $15,000 for an apartment that he pays $3,000. Now, I know that's a lot of information, but I got to be honest.
Roll the clip.
Motherfuckers in the Bronx right now counting a stack of money. I promise you.
Me and tell me who sent you that text, man. Because whoever on Vice President Kamala Harris' team hit Kai Cenat to do a live stream, they need to be fired. Okay, stop letting social media run her.
That's a fact, Jamal. 15 Banskis
campaign. You saw Trump go on Adin Ross, and you saw the attention that garnered. You saw the headlines.
A Trump supporter. Do you not see my background? No, I'm not a Trump supporter.
That got you saw social media start saying the vice president needs to go on Kai Cenat, and you ran to go make that happen. Not even stopping to think, is this organic? Does Kai Cenat even care about politics? You know why?
Does he even know anything about it? Have questions? He might be supportive of Trump. We don't know.
No.
Got a whole show.
He's not.
That's another angle. I think he is. He just don't say
that. With Trump, cut it out.
You don't know who he supports.
I know he don't support no Trump. You know why the Trump Adin Ross scream worked? Because Adin Ross had real interest in Donald Trump. And I do believe politicians should absolutely meet people where they are, but it still has to make sense.
Yo, but you know what? The very name MAGA shouldn't have any fucking static with it. You know what I mean? You don't have to have any political affiliation, you know. It's, you know, in order to agree with that, if you live in America, you know what I mean? If it was Africa, it would be MAGA. Make Africa great again. You just don't like the person. The thing is with these people, they don't give a fuck about the words. They just think the person that is attached to it, you know what I mean? Fuck that. They're not saying fuck MAGA. They're saying fuck Trump. That's the only thing they say. Because you don't really have too many real liberals. You have Trump haters.
Sense. Let it be something organic. There's a lot of places the VP
your Bush haters. Let's not get it twisted.
Can go to get in front of a younger audience. There are influencers Kai age, you know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm all for meeting people where they are, but it also has to make sense.
But Kai Cenat has never even, I've never heard Kai Cenat mention politics one time. Not even talk about it at all.
No.
So we don't know what his interests are, what he cares about, what he likes. Not at all.
Cito, Motor Culture in the building. Zadie, what's up, baby girl? Peace to everybody. Everybody else, double tap the screen, get the likes up. Don't look at policy. They look at whatever the media tells them to look at, and they hide. Just like Biden hid in the basement instead of debating. See, Matt. See, let me tell y'all something, right? Get the likes up. Biden is a master debater. You got to understand this, right? I don't think he was hiding. I think he was hibernating. MAGA offends them because their agenda that they teaching is only the bad about our country. They can't stand any of the good we have contributed to the world, especially free speech. Go MAGA. Palestine is the one who kidnapped a concert. Right, got you. Haters are going to hate even if they are wrong. That's all it is, people voting against Trump because they are puppets to see it, man, and to family, especially black people. I ain't gonna lie. We are more slaves to our family and weird ass traditions than anybody. Culturally, it's good to say, fuck them Republicans because they stand for racism. Steve Bama, salute.
Oh, we know he's the biggest streamer, but besides that, he's never mentioned politics.
If the vice president was to run the car now, she would just look like she's copying Trump.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I want to see the vice president sit with? I want to see the vice president sit with the 85 South show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a great organic kickback. I believe Carlos, Chico, and DC would have a real honest conversation with her, and we would love that for the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network.
You wouldn't. Could that be such a lame conversation and people will realize how trash she is and y'all would have to be voting for Republicans?
By the way,
well, I don't think that we looking at a dictatorship if we put Trump in office mode, because he was already in the office and he wasn't a dictator. Kamala and Biden was more of dictators in the last 4 years. In the last 4 years, everybody's shit went down. You know what I mean? I don't know if you over here in this country, but this shit went down in the last 4 years. So a dictatorship didn't happen the first time. If anything, everybody ate for free.
Kamala should tap in with somebody like that kid. What's his name? Harry Sisson. Harry Sisson, I think
it's more of a dictatorship when you get rid of all the police. That's what they want to do. Defund the police. Who gonna be the new police? Hey yo, what's up, blood? What's up, Crip? Y'all gonna have to get your shit together. Once they defund the police, the Crips and the Bloods is the new police. You feel me? MS-13 is the new police in some hoods. Vatos. What's the plan for that? For everybody to keep on telling me what's Trump's plan? What's its policy? What is he gonna do? Well, it says here. Just in case y'all don't know, and I'm not going through this whole thing. I'm going to just show it to you just so you know that it's there. This is called Agenda 47. Who knows what the fuck that Project 2025 shit is about? But on here, this tells you everything. Everything. Matter of fact, don't take my word for it. This is the whole, this right here is a whole PDF. It's a detailed plan of what is to come, right? Just in case you don't know, y'all can go look at that. But if you don't feel safe looking at my PDFs and you say like, yo, man, where did you get that from? This is where I got it from. DonaldJTrump.com. All you have to do is go to Donald J. Trump. For all you concerned people that need to know where the policy proposal's at, there it is right there. Look in the chat. You hit that link, it's going to take you right to the site. You know what they said on a particular panel I was on yesterday? They said, well, Matt, it only has, some steal the border and stop the migrant invasion. Doesn't tell us how they're going to do that. It's a Matt, carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. They don't tell us how we're going to do that. Well, guess what? If you go down and you hit this button right here, this red long button that says read more about the Trump Republican platform, guess what? You hit that and then you get a PDF for yourself. So you can stop coming to my channel asking me what's the policy. That's the policy. Agenda 47. That's the fucking agenda. That's the agenda right there. All right? That's the policy right there. Carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. End inflation and make America affordable again. Tells you how he's going to do that. Make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. Everything that he's been talking about on his campaign trail. Stop outsourcing and turn the United States into manufacturing superpower. Lord, all of this is policy, you goofies. Large tax cuts for workers and no, see, clapping at Trump and having Megan Thee Stallion on your rally is not addressing policy. Defend our Constitution. our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to bear arms. All right? Prevent World War III. This is what we want. We don't want a war. Everything that's on here, the opposite is what the Democrats want. Do y'all not see that? They want war. I'm not telling you this to sound to spice up the chat, my nigga. I'm telling you because this is what they're doing. Why you think they got Palestinian people at the rallies heckling Kamala? They know they're risking going to jail. They know they're risking getting beat up in the middle of a rally. They know this, but yet they're there because their people are dying in their country. End the weaponization of government against the American people. Stop migrant. Everything that he's been talking about. Every blood clot thing he's been talking about. And you don't believe me? The same speaking points that he's been on this campaign trail is the same policy proposal. It's the same things in the policy proposal of Agenda 47. So I don't get what part y'all don't get. It's just that y'all don't want to hear shit. Earlier, maybe 2 hours ago, this is Trump. Now, the same thing that's in Agenda 47, not in Project 2025. Nobody's reading 900 pages of that bullshit. All right? For real. There's breakdowns on the computer. If you want to go look it up. But this is what he just said a couple of minutes, 2 hours ago.
Harris administration, 20 million people, and it could be very much higher than that. Nobody really knows what the number is. Nobody knows. Nobody has a clue. And the gotaways, they call them the gotaways. The gotaways are at numbers. Somebody was quizzing me on it the other day. No, I don't think
they don't want to address the fact that everything, and let me just keep it real. Trump is redundant, man. Come on. Because when you should be redundant when you're serious about your position. He's not saying nothing different. He's actually watching Trump talk sometimes. You know what I mean? Unless you get on his nerves, he's a Gemini like me. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just gonna name the fact, yo, bro. I'm about money. I'm gonna show you how to flip this country. This is how I'm gonna do it. How are you gonna do it? It's in Agenda 47. Go to donaldjtrump.com. You'll see everything as far as moving forward, everything that he plans on doing with the country once he take off with this shit, right? And that's it. But what I'm saying is that where's the formal policy proposal from Kamala Harris? All we're seeing is a fucking rap concert out of her. Let's keep it 1,000 wow. All right? Right here, tell me something that's not policy related that he's speaking on. Outside of this once in a while, make cap at it, motherfucker. But they do a whole, I was about to say a whole live. They do a whole rally capping at him as opposed to addressing the issues, like telling the people that he's Project 2025 instead of saying the truth. Why, if you want to talk about Project 2025, why not talk about Agenda 47 so we can get a contrast? That's fair enough. Let's play fair on both sides. We don't get that. We get bullshit. He's with Project 2025. Why? Knowing that's going to scare who? Black people. I don't know one white person that came to my chat and asked me anything about fucking Project 2025. It's all black people. I'm telling you. That's the only people that asked me about that. Not one of them asked me about Agenda 47. It's crazy, man. That's how you can tell that they emotionally motivated. And they really not really invested into the issue. So it's like, all right, cool. I forgive you. It is what it is. But once y'all come outside with Black Lives Matter, you know what I mean, and start stomping on people's cars and all that, now I got to get active. Straight up.
So, sir, I don't think so. They have no idea what those numbers are, but they're much higher than you would think. Just like far more people were killed in the Ukraine-Russia war than you ever report. Just like the October 7th.
Obviously, you don't get the report. You don't get that Kamala's being heckled at her joint by people that's getting tired of people of dying in their country.
It would have never happened. Russia would have never hit Ukraine had the election result been called differently. It was a very bad call, but Russia would not have attacked Ukraine. October 7th in Israel would have never happened. You wouldn't have inflation. A lot of great things would have happened. But now you have millions and millions of dead people. And you have people dying financially because they can't buy bacon, they can't buy food, they can't buy groceries, they can't do anything. And they're living horribly in our country right now. With all of that being said, I think it's very important to have debates. And we've agreed with Fox on a date of September 4th. We've agreed with NBC, fairly full agreement, subject to them, on September 10th. And we've agreed with ABC on September 25th. So we have those 3 dates and those networks.
Yo, listen, the conspiracy theories in 2025, y'all had the same conspiracy theories before he was president the first time. And the country was fine. So knock it off. Knock it off. For real, for real. Project 2025. Let's talk about gender. Why? Okay, listen, let's just say I'll give you a platform and we can talk about Project 2025 and we can kick that shit around. But why can't we talk about Agenda 47, the real proposal? Why we got to talk about fake shit? Huh? Why? Because y'all need to feel scared.
They're very anxiously awaiting that date and those dates. So we have September 4th, September 10th, and September 25th. We have spoken to the heads of the network, and it's all been confirmed.
He said, why is he friends? A lot of the people that's involved with the Project 2025 proposal is his ex-worker that used to rock with him. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's no secret there.
Other than some fairly minor details.
Hey, let me tell you something. Some niggas I know is in jail with life for killing people. You know what I mean? What the fuck that got to do with me?
Audience, some location, which city would we put it into? But all things
moving the goalposts. Y'all can't talk about the policy. Y'all can't talk about the real thing. Y'all want to talk about the person. Y'all want to talk about the person. Y'all think that this is the Attack Trump channel? Keep coming. Y'all, this is not the Attack Trump channel. This is the sit down, hit the like button, double tap the screen, and pay attention. If you're smart, you'll just shut up and learn something. For real. Because why can't we talk about the policy? Every time I say policy, y'all say Trump.
It will be settled very easily. I think it'll be very easy. The other side has to agree to the terms.
You're not the president, Sergio. What policy has he passed? I think Biden is the president and Kamala is the vice president. If I'm, I thought they would be responsible for writing policy presently. Sergio.
They may or may not agree. I don't know if they're going to agree. She hasn't done an interview. She can't do an interview. She's barely competent, and she can't do an interview. But I look forward to the debates because I think we have to set the record straight. Why is it that millions of people were allowed to come into our country from prisons, from jails, from mental institutions, insane asylums, even insane asylums? That's it's a mental institution on steroids. That's what it is.
I'll drop the link in a second, Mercito. You're always welcome up here. Me and you. I like our battles.
You see the people that are coming,
so filled with love. Get the likes up. Double tap the screen.
These are institutions that are being emptied out.
It's literally right, a walking policy picture. That's all he talks about. What he's talking about right now, everything is policy. You're saying, what is he going to talk about policy? Yo, listen, man, go find you another channel, please.
South America, all over the world, including South America, all over the world, prisons are being emptied out into our country because we have a president that's the worst president in the history of our country. We have a vice president who is the least admired, least respected, and the worst vice president in the history of our country, the most unpopular vice president. And because of political reasons or because of being politically correct, even though she never received a vote. Don't forget, she was the first one defeated, as I remember it, because I watched it very closely, but she was the first one. She never made it to Iowa, the first state. She never made it to Iowa. She was the first one that was defeated. She was the nastiest to him. She was nasty with calling him a racist and the school bus and all of the different things. She was very nasty to Biden. And shockingly, he appointed her, asked her to serve as vice president. Well, I don't know if he's happy about that decision right now. This was taken away. The presidency was taken away from Joe Biden. And I'm no Biden fan, but I'll tell you what, from a constitutional standpoint, from any standpoint you look at, they took the presidency away. And people were saying he lost after the debate. He couldn't win. Well, I don't know that that's true necessarily, but whether he could win or he couldn't win, he had the right to run. And they took it away. They said they're going to use the 25th Amendment. They're going to hit you hard. Either we could do it the nice. I know exactly, because I know a lot of people on the other side, believe it or not. And they said, we'll do it the nice way, or we'll do it the hard way. And he said, all right. So that, I mean, they've really taken, what they've done is pretty incredible. And now I'm running against somebody else, and we're leading. We're leading. So I'm not complaining. I'm saying it's for a country with a constitution that we cherish. We cherish this constitution. To have done it this way is pretty severe, pretty horrible. You would have thought they would have gone out to a vote. They would have had a primary system. They would have done something, but to just take it away from him like he was a child. And he's a very angry man right now. I can tell you that. He's not happy with Obama, and he's not happy with Nancy Pelosi, crazy Nancy. She is crazy too. She's not happy with any of the people that told him that you've got to leave. He's very unhappy, very angry. And I think he also blames her. He's trying to put up a good face, but it's a very bad thing in terms of a country when you do that. I'm not a fan of his, as you probably have noticed. And he had a rough debate, but that doesn't mean that you just take it away like that. Or you go out to a vote, you do something. He had 14 million votes. She had no votes. She got no votes. And I think she's crashing. I think when people find out, and I think people are starting to find out what a bad job she did, what a bad job she did on the border. She's trying to say she had nothing to do with the border. She had everything. She was appointed to head the border. And then they said borders are, oh, she loved that name. She loved that name, but she never went there. She went to a location once along the border, but that was a location that you would love to go and have dinner with your husband or whoever. That was a location that was not part of the problem. That was
facts,
not really going to the border. So essentially, she never went to the border. And if you listen to Tom Holman, if you listen to the great border people, Brandon Judd from the Border Patrol, if you listen to Paul, I mean, so many different people. I speak to them all the time.
Well, to be honest, Michelle would have been way more exciting than Kamala, and we would have been able to trust her a little bit more, even though we know her husband's foul.
Did when I was president. We had the best border in the history of our country. Now we have the worst border in the history of the world. Millions of people coming in, and our country cannot sustain.
Allegedly, fake Black Harris, a.k.a. Welcome to 7-Eleven.
Our country is going down because of this, because of incompetent people. So I just look forward to these debates. I think it's very important that we have them. I hope she agrees to them. September 4th, September 10th, September 25th. And
you mean all lies? What part is a lie? Tell me one part is a lie. They love coming over here and blurting out shit like that. That after them, first he's not speaking about policy. Then you attack him. Then you attack the people next to him. But guess what? This is why I'm glad. This is why I'm glad that he got a cat like J.D. Vance rocking with him. Because dude hit hard. I'm glad he got this cat. And she got that Tim Walz dude. I heard he's a radical. I gotta look into him a little bit more, man. He got one of them hateful faces.
Could you speak a little louder? Sorry.
Will Jones from Local 4. I want to talk a little bit about race. I was at the National Association of Black Journalists conference last week where President Trump made some attacks on Vice President Harris's biracial heritage. You're married to an Indian American woman. You have biracial children. How do you explain his attacks, and what is your reaction to his attacks as a father?
Yeah, divide and conquer shit the media be on. You know, they can't hit straight up. They don't just act straight. They always slipping a Mickey in there. But watch how my man handle it.
Biracial children.
Yes, sir. So I am the father of biracial children. Actually, my wife is here today. My kids are back home with my aunt today. And look, I was not bothered at all by what President Trump said, and I didn't take it as an attack on Kamala Harris's biracial background at all. What I took it as was an attack on Kamala Harris being a chameleon. She pretends to be one thing when she's in front of one audience. She pretends to be something.
Oh, let me find out we got more white chocolate out here. No freaky. No freaky. I know that sounds bad. For people that don't know me, you know what I mean? I know that just sounds bad. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you gay.
Whatever, man. All right.
Something else when she's in front of another audience. And I think he was observing the basic foundational reality that Kamala Harris pretends to be something different depending on which audience she's speaking to. Now, she has been able to hide this a little bit because for the past couple of weeks, she only speaks in front of a teleprompter. She never gives unscripted remarks, and she's hidden.
I guess those are lies too, huh? Carrots in the chat. Type 1 if you're on that Trump train.
From the American media and from the American people, but we know she's a chameleon. We know she's a person who promised to defund the police and now wants to pretend she's a tough prosecutor. She said that she would be our border czar, and yet for 3.5 years, we have an open border. She said that she would bring some common sense and lower inflation to our economic policies, and yet she cast the deciding vote that raised interest rates, raised home prices, and raised food prices. Donald Trump said something very simple, not totally inoffensive, but frankly, obviously true to me, which is that Kamala Harris is a chameleon. She's a fake, and the American people have to look at her record if we actually want to know how she stands on the issues, because her words simply can't be trusted. Sir.
How can you fake your race? If
I'm
you're
sorry?
both Indian and black, how can she fake her race?
She fakes who she is depending on the audience that she's in front of, and that's who she is, and that's who she's always been. Sir.
A little bit different here. You've been criticized as being a little too serious, maybe angry sometimes. What makes you smile? What makes you happy?
Well, I smile at a lot of things, including bogus questions from the media, man. I mean,
he's a player. He ready. He's ready. He a player from Ohio. He's ready. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. I'm about to open the chat up. We got to have open discussion. And I'm about to bring a few guests up here so they can try to kick me around. And I can show y'all my ancient Chinese gun fu.
I think if you watch a full speech that I give, I actually I'm having a good time out here and I'm enjoying this. But look, sometimes
Vance is smoking shit. I ain't gonna lie. Tim Walz ain't gonna be able to catch up to this dude smoke right here. I don't give a fuck if they go get another 700 million.
You got to take the good with the bad. And right now, I am angry about what Kamala Harris has done to this country and done to the American southern border. And I think that most people in our country, they can be happy-go-lucky sometimes, they can enjoy things sometimes, and they can turn on the news and recognize that what's going on in this country is a disgrace.
Right.
And if what Kamala Harris has done at the southern border, and if what Kamala Harris has done to raise the price of groceries and housing, if that doesn't bother you, then I think that you don't have a pulse, right? And so, look, I think my message to the American people is very simple on this, that President Trump in particular.
This man is a lunatic, very racist. Which man would that be? Which man? Would that be the man that's speaking up on the screen, or would that be the man that's talking right here? Because I want to know which race am I racist about and which race is he racist about.
Particular has the best sense of humor of anybody I've ever seen in American politics. He loves to joke. He loves to tell, he loves to make fun of everybody that's out there. And I think you got to do that from time to time. But
Trump is a criminal. So your uncle's probably a criminal too. But nobody, this is America. This is America, bro. What's wrong?
He's also a guy who's very
the justice system. Come on, man. Guilty into, whatever.
Frustrated with what Kamala Harris has done to this country. Both of those things can be true. And I think most Americans can joke around, but also be pissed off about the direction of this country. Thank you, sir.
Let me tell you something.
Hi, Kimberly Craig, 7 News Detroit.
Listen, man, I'm not the one that's saying Kamala Harris ain't black. It's the people that researched her that's saying that. You know what I mean? But I don't care what color she is. I'm just saying that black people really ain't checking for her. Especially the black pastors, man. The black pastors got a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? And it plays right into what we were showing earlier with Candace Owens and Ray J with the transsexual individual that was, look, just check this out.
The God of LGBTQ and the God of blackness.
Preach.
Now you think I'm prejudiced or racist? Wait until you hear this guy here.
Say it, Pastor.
Double tap the screen, because trust me, man, they might flag my channel. If they ain't flagged, I'm gonna wait to see they flag Officer Tatum video first, man. Salute to the Officer Tatum, man, putting that great work in. You know what I mean? I don't agree with everything he says, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. This man right here. This is why I never went to church. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was always scared of pastors like this, man.
Made a God out of color. In other words, I gotta be with my color. I gotta stand with my color, meaning I'll reject Christ.
Say it, Pastor.
Color gonna get you in trouble. I'm not saying you don't love your people, but if my people go contrary to my convictions, I can't stand with you.
Oh.
Come on, somebody, say amen.
Wow. Now, I agree with that shit. If it don't sit right with my spirit, why would I rock with it? You know what I mean? Just to conform?
Come on.
Hold on. Let me get it together. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. Yeah, this pastor coming in hot, man. Like I said, man, I was always scared of church because of dudes like this, man. This dude comes in hot. He ain't got no hair on his tongue. He not monetized.
My convictions, I can't stand with you. Come on, somebody, say amen. Church is bowing.
Funky Cole Medina.
To this LGBTQ thing. Yes.
That part, Tom Cornell. That part.
They are. I'm seeing it happen all the time.
B1 in the building. Blah.
What they did?
I don't know what pastor this is.
Here you go. They pushed LGBTQ on black people. And now, in order for you to be in line with black folk, you gotta almost accept LGBTQ.
I'm finna give him an offer right now.
Here's what hurt me. Now, I'm finna say it, you ain't gonna like it, but I'm giving you truth.
I'm finna find this man, give him an offer.
When Obama put the colors on the White House,
preach,
acknowledging this nation honors LGBTQ, I saw black folk and black.
I took what? Conform. Man, I ain't take no vaccination, and my kids ain't get it neither. Man, I fought. And I blogged about it the whole time. You know, they trying to talk about my kid couldn't go to daycare because of it. Man, you know, I would never put that. Don't you know that that's like if, matter of fact, B1, do you want to come up in here and explain to them what's inside that vaccine? I'm going to drop the link. I was investing into it, so I know there was nanotechnology in there, but I'll let B1 explain. That's not even the bad part. What I just said was the good part. Wait till B1 come up here.
Preachers compromise. We got to accept it because our black president goes along with it. I don't care what president, what color he is. If you ain't in line with God, I can't stand with you.
Oh, man. And the church is going to rally behind him. I need y'all to get the lights up, man. We ain't got enough lights up on this joint. Let's get them lights past 200, though. All right? Double tap the screen. Yeah, this is a hell of a voice. Because now you running the risk of the black church following now. This just popped off, look.
Let's go. And that's what's causing y'all. Yeah, I'm preaching up in here. You're getting off with God because you're trying to stand with black.
Now we live, Aquarius. We live, baby.
I can't vote for a party that is for all kind of sexual perversions. I can't do it. I can't vote for a party.
Yeah, I ain't take that vaccination. I ain't put that poison in my system. If you did, that's, more power to you. But I ain't put it in my system. Yeah. Non-vaxxer.
You're trying to stand with black. I can't vote.
Bro, I'm in Ohio. Wasn't nobody out here taking that shit, man. When y'all was running around acting crazy, look at the stats. Ohio was the last place to get COVID. We didn't even have that shit in Cincinnati. We was running around here without masks the whole entire time.
For a party that is for all kind of sexual perversions. I can't do it. I can't vote for a party that's going to accept transgenders going into a women's restroom. I can't do it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what the blood's going on here? Huh? What's going on here? My bad, y'all. Montana in the building. Salute. Your mama's a coon. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Coon. Some can't. You know? Are you calling me a coon cat? Because I love Maine Coons. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I had a Maine Coon named Sobe. He used to piss on. I thought he was a girl. Motherfucker was running around pissing, humping on people's legs and shit, doing weird shit. But yeah, I like coons.
I can't
people
do
took
it.
that vaccine still getting sick.
I can't go with a party that wants to cut little girls' breasts off to make them boys. I can't go with a party that says you can be a boy today and a girl tomorrow.
No.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't support a party that wants to remove God from its party platform. You in trouble when the nation forgets God.
Oh.
Well, don't make me start. I'm gonna start speaking in tongues.
I can't follow a party that wants to sexualize our children in school, put drag queens in front of them, reading them little children's stories. I can't do it. I can't support a party that wants to take the rights of parents away. In California right now, parents are being arrested because they won't go along with the sexualization of their children.
You hear this shit?
But there are many parents that are compromised.
You hear this shit? That's sad.
Y'all got to make a decision.
Make a decision.
Them little children's stories, I can't do it. I can't support a party that wants to take the rights of parents away. In California right now, parents are being arrested because they won't go along with the sexualization of their children. But there are many parents that are compromised. Y'all got to make a decision.
Make a decision.
It's either God or the devil.
Even a little boy down there.
And that's a whole fact, Captain Warfare.
And when you vote, you try to ignore it and say it ain't no big thing. But when you vote for people with these convictions,
right,
and they get in office and they start doing these things, you got a responsibility for it. If you've compromised in any way, you need to repent. Stand up on your feet and give God some praise.
Church full of black folks.
Come on, give the Lord some praise if you will.
I wonder if they're still robbing people at the church, man. It seems like a nice place to go, though. The deacon at my church name was Pastor Offering.
You can't separate your politics from your biblical worldview. It's my biblical worldview that determines my politics.
Whoa, that is deep.
Come on, Pastor.
Simple but deep.
You vote for whoever you want, but you're going to have to stand before God and give an account.
Wow, man. I know Kamala, man, she probably putting a hit out on this motherfucker right now. Like, yo, you just basically snatched the whole black church up with this shit. This motherfucker probably more famous than, what's the fat dude name? That was fucking Diddy. Diddy was fucking, whatever. Don't even matter.
Of what you pushing on this country. Because when all this stuff gets pushed, it's going to bring this nation down.
If you believe in the message, give them
Now, let me tell you something, right? Let's get back to my man, White Chocolate. You know what I mean? Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. All right. Let's get the likes up. Let me let the man finish his speech, man. Spill, man. I know I'll be all over the place, but let President-elect Trump, ex-President Trump, President Trump speak.
I think they'll be very revealing. I think they'll be very revealing. Do you have any questions, please?
Stephen Miller here, president of America First Legal. Foreigners in the United States who support.
Oh, they about to go at Tim Walz. They spending that money to dirty that boy Tim Walz up. Y'all already know this shit like boxing. This shit like sports. This is not nice, man. You know what I mean? All these people with these suits on, trust me, they got claws and all type of shit going on with these cats, man. Trust me, they play different. This is more like, this ain't like the swimming contest. Nah, this is more like UFC, you know? Build a wall around your IRA.
I haven't recalibrated strategy at all. It's the same policies, open borders, weak on crime. I think she's worse than Biden because he got forced into the position. She was there long before. She destroyed San Francisco. She destroyed California as the AG. But as the DA, she destroyed San Francisco. Friend of mine, Bob Tisch, all know the Tisch family. He was in.
Oh, he's going to light her ass up about being heckled.
Many cities with companies. He said the greatest city in the country is San Francisco. That was about 20 years ago. And he passed away a while ago, and he would be looking down and said, what happened? He thought it was the best city.
Hold on, was Kai Cenat wrong for denying her the interview?
City in the country. He had divisions there, lows. And he would be looking down in horror now when he sees she destroyed no cash bail, weak on crime. She's terrible. And yet they weaponized the system against me. They have me. I got so many lawyers. Now they want to delay cases. I won the big case in Florida. I won the big case. Nobody even wrote about it. The big case, the judge was a brilliant judge. And all they do is they play the ref with the judges. This judge was a fair but brilliant judge. And as you probably heard, the big documents case, I won it. Now, Biden lost it because he didn't have presidential immunity. He didn't have the Presidential Records Act. He lost it. But the I call it prosecutor, special counsel, special prosecutor to me, he appointed by him, appointed by Garland, he said the man's incompetent. He can't stand trial, but he can run for president. But we no longer have to worry about that because we have somebody that, in my opinion, is more incompetent. She couldn't pass her bar exam and lots of other things. And she should not be in a position because if she becomes president, our country is going to be a giant fail. It's going to fail. It's going to be a failure the likes of which this world has never seen. Yeah, please. No, how about you?
They don't duck, no smoke, answer all questions.
You have to speak louder. Yeah. Well, it changes around a little bit. I'm getting other voters. Perhaps.
Double tap the screens, get the likes up real quick, y'all. All right. If you're new here, Mac Mean, True Story, subscribe to the channel. We get it popping over here. Yeah. The question of the day. Matter of fact, we're about to change that. I'm about to close this vote down. This poll down, excuse me. 73% of the people say no. Kai Cenat was not wrong for denying Kamala an interview. Smart people out there, but I have another question. I will throw a monkey wrench in the game. Get prepared.
Perhaps, I was doing very well with black voters, and I still am. I seem to be doing very well with black males. This is according to polls, as you know. It's possible that I won't do as well with black women, but I do seem to be doing very well with other segments, extremely well with Hispanic. Jewish voters way up. White males way up. White males have gone through the roof. White males way up. Now, I don't know. All we're doing is giving you the stats that you have. It could be that I'll be affected somewhat with black females, where we're doing pretty well. And I think ultimately they'll like me better because I'm going to give them security, safety, and jobs. I'm going to give them a good economy. We have a very bad economy right now. We could literally be on the throes of a depression, not recession, a depression. And they can't have that. They can't have that. So I think I'm going to do well with everybody, especially when the facts are right. Yeah, please, in the back. Well, I don't know. I know Josh Shapiro. He's a terrible guy, and he's not very popular with anybody. I think that this election maybe is better than Josh Shapiro would have been. But I think other than Josh Shapiro, I think she had some good choices. But
I don't know what type of energy pills this man's taking, but these dudes talk every day. One of them is not speaking, the other one is.
Josh Shapiro is not one of them. He's caused a lot of damage with a lot of people. And I don't think he would have been better. I think he would have been maybe the equivalent, maybe not as good. But they had some people that they were looking at that were good, far superior to her. They actually had a story where they had everybody, including, they had like 10 people that she was looking at and her. And they said she was the worst of all.
Bring some guests up real quick, just for about 15 to half hour, because I ain't gonna lie, I get so sidetracked when I have guests. That's why I don't really be having guests up anymore. But we'll open up the door just in case we do get some people on the left that want to come up here and say something to a real one, all right, a real man. Okay, double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man.
In other words, she was the worst out of the 10 people and her.
Wait for it.
I don't know how that's going to work out. We'd like to do 3 debates. We think we should do 3 debates. We think Fox and ABC, and we also have CBS is going to do the vice presidential debate. So CBS will do vice presidential, and I have to tell you, J.D. Vance has really stepped up. He's doing a fantastic job.
Vance on fire. J.D. Vance doing more work.
Today, we're installing a high-efficiency...
J.D. Vance on fire. All right, for people that just get in here, this was 2 hours ago.
Say it. Oh, give me a break. Listen, I had 107,000 people in New Jersey. You didn't report it. I'm so glad you asked. What did she have yesterday? 2,000 people? If I ever had 2,000 people, you'd say my campaign is finished. It's so dishonest, the press. And here's a great example.
And make y'all think that it was a big crowd.
I had...
They be finessing the shit out of people. I ain't gonna lie.
In Michigan recently, 25,000 people and 25,000 people.
700 on the... Listen, if y'all don't know how to get the like button, hit the like button. If you're new here for the vertical or the shorts feed, double tap the screen. You're going to see a big-ass thumb pop up. If that don't work for you, go to the top right of your screen, hit the 3 dots. That's where they hit the like button from you good people. All right?
People we just couldn't get them in.
Straight optics, Captain.
We had in Harrisburg 25,000 people and 20,000 people.
Good. Everybody hit the like button. We'll have 600 people up in here, and then we'll get it really popping. You'll see the real hatred out here. All right?
Get in.
This is hatred. This is diet hatred. This is hatred the remix. This ain't God's work. This is hard work. Okay? All right? Double tap the screen. Get the likes up. All right? We're on fire on this shit.
Had so many. Nobody ever mentions that. When she gets 1,500 people, and I saw it yesterday on ABC, which they said, oh, the crowd was so big. I have 10 times, 20 times, 30 times the crowd size. And no, they never say the crowd was big. That's why I'm always saying, turn around the cameras. I'm so glad you asked that. I think it's so terrible when you say, well, she has 1,500 people, 1,000 people. and they talk about, oh, the enthusiasm. Let me tell you, we have the enthusiasm. The Republican Party and me as a candidate, but the Republican Party has the enthusiasm because people want to see crime stopped. They want to see a country that's respected. Think of it. If I were president, you wouldn't have Russia and Ukraine, where it never happened. Zero chance. You wouldn't have had October 7th of Israel. You wouldn't have the horrible withdrawal. And I don't mean the withdrawal because the withdrawal was fine. I was ready to withdraw from Afghanistan, and we were going to do it with dignity and strength. And we were keeping our equipment. We weren't leaving $85 billion worth of equipment behind. And we wouldn't have had 13 great soldiers.
Murphcito, what's good, brother? What you got on your mind? You on mute? Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up? I had on mute. What's up, Mac? How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Okay, what you got to say about
enjoying the content as always? You know.
All right. What you got to say about Kyle?
Just to the chat first. Please understand that Mac is proposing these as hypotheticals. He's not saying go Trump, go Kamala. He's saying what if, and y'all are getting mad. Learn what a hypothetical means and stop making an ass out of yourselves. All right, Mac. Now, what was your question, my brother?
You had something to say about Kai tonight. I'm gonna step off for 1 second. I'm gonna grab my coffee, and you can hold the floor down for a second. Say what you got to say, but
I got you. I'm still getting myself prepared. So,
all right, I'm hearing you. But I'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right. So on the Kai Cenat situation, I voted for no. He's not wrong. Not only the points that were made in the video that he's not political at all. I think that point stands very, very fucking the point, like somewhat the most. However, Kai Cenat is known as Kai Cenat Inc. because that is a company. And just like YouTube can take this video down for anything we say, Kai can deny anything he wants under his business. So he had every right, yes. Now, I do get where people are coming from. Would Kai's endorsement have maybe pushed her over the edge, over the top, whatever you like to say? Of course it would. This is one of the most popular influencers in the fucking world. Like Kai shut down Times Square. It's not a joke. Like the kids love this kid.
Okay, now I do want to make I'm very, very clear for people that don't know me, right? One thing that Murph said is very clear. I do present all these things as hypotheticals. Let's throw that disclaimer out there. Because at the end of the day, I'm never gonna be for a person more than I am for the people. I'm for representing the issues, right? There's not everything that Trump says is not correct in my book. But when you come to me and you're telling me something that's correct and it's sound and it's wrong, I'm the person that's going to check that. That's what you call being, But whoever
it has to be both ways.
And in my opinion, what I've seen, in my personal opinion, is that Trump represents the issues that favor me and my family and my community, right? And that includes Black people. All right. Now let me just show people real quick, right? For the people that's not in the know and don't know what the fuck is going on and they just like to be emotionally charged, right? I already showed y'all Agenda 47, right? Which is the official proposal for the country, right? Now, this right here that y'all looking at is called the Platinum Plan. This is specifically for Black people, right? If you want to know about this shit here, I'm going to drop it in the chat and you can see it for yourself. Now, I don't necessarily need this, but I do have a lot of people that's saying, what is he going to do for Black people? You know what I mean? Well, you need to look at this. Now, Trump, y'all said y'all scared of what he says is going to be true. So if you think that he wants to be a dictator and you're on that side of the field and you're saying he said that.
Said the key word. You said the key word, scared.
Right? He said this, so he's going to do it. Now, he said this and he presented it as a proposal. So I'm to assume that if y'all assume that he's going to do everything he says, right, then this should be sound as well, right? Now, if you don't, if you need to know about this, if you need that direct link, this is it right here. So far, what I've showed y'all was the exact policy proposal, which is Agenda 47. We discredited the project 2025 because he doesn't have any association with it. And if you do have any evidence that he is, right, then y'all free to show it to me. The link is pinned at the top. You can come on the channel.
But do you really need it nowadays after the Nick Cannon situation? Pardon me again, my voice has been shot for like a week. But look at the Nick Cannon situation. Did Nick Cannon start wearing a Nazi uniform, or did he say he agreed with one paragraph in a book?
Wait. Bring that back. What happened with Nick Cannon?
I got you. What I'm saying is, excuse me, if Trump could have said 2025, there's some good shit in there. Just as simple as that. I like a policy or two, but it won't represent everything. And it wouldn't matter. The same way with Nick Cannon, when Nick Cannon was trying to be pro-black and it came off as anti-Semitic, they went right to those two sentences. They didn't care. Like, they acted like that man was just the worst ever. Like, just because someone says a portion of something makes sense doesn't mean they're its number one supporter.
Let me say something. The person that I just timed out, you said we make no sense. That's because you're not following dialogue. I've been up here for an hour and 46 minutes. I make absolute sense. This that I just showed
you for 5 minutes. How much sense did I get to make?
Word, right? Now, so this right here, and I posted the link. All right, and although I zapped your ass so you can't speak in my chat, you are free to go look at this. And if you're black, this might be right down your alley, because it seems like we, the black people, with all these fucking fake representatives of us, you know what I mean? If you want, listen, I'd rather Flavor Flav fucking represent me than some of these people that's talking about they representing us. All right.
I would rather be represented by nobody than either of them. They don't do shit. Congress runs everything anyway. Let's stop the sham.
Okay, so Mo says, I know what I'm saying sounds crazy, but it's true. I'm telling y'all that certain whites have been instructed by the government to take some specific action when blacks riot. Yeah, well, we call those agent provocateurs. We call that Antifa.
When blacks riot. Like, yeah, agent provocateurs. Thank you, Mac.
Like that. It's
like that. Why is this part of the rhetoric?
Yeah, and these are devices of that's used against the people, because what happens at the end of the day, our neighborhoods get smashed out. We don't get no get back at all. Only get back we get is breaking people's cars, smashing their windows, stealing TVs and shit like that. That's what we get to end. And then we know what happens after that, right? Now we got to really police. How are we supposed to defund the police when you motherfuckers can't even ride without breaking people's windows? Who the fuck's supposed to?
I just wanted to bring up, hey Mac, I did just want to bring up some stats that I had checked. I always check stats. I'm a stats kind of guy. I'm a common sense kind of guy, like I said already. I think a lot of it, I call myself a centrist. I joked that I was a liberal conservative. I might be a little more liberal than conservative. I believe in this. If you're over 18 years old, right? Do what the fuck you want. I don't care. You want to be a little pink butterfly with purple hair? I don't care who you're fucking. I know who I'm fucking tonight, and that's it. And that's all I care about. Now, that's over 18. If we're talking about putting it in schools, we're creating a different problem. We're talking about doing things to children, experimental drugs on children. Now we're going into different grounds. But the fear of the trans community is ridiculous, I think. I've been around trans, I've been around gays. They ain't humping your leg. They're not fucking aliens from outer space. They're regular people with just different belief systems.
I think that everybody is uniform on that issue. I think that we're more concerned about the kids. I think that also not even, let's just say that you one of those liberal parents that you're like, you know what, let them do whatever they want. But if you one of those parents that say that I don't agree with that, they put your ass in jail. So you know what I'm saying?
I
So
don't
that's
agree with it either.
not really about the adults. It's about the kids. What the fuck are they doing?
We need a common sense party, right? Because both sides are too extreme. Both sides are too extreme. The far left and the far right are way too far gone. You got the far left that are saying babies should be aborted at 9 months.
Listen. Do you agree that rappers
But
should look?
look at the picture of Uzi. You just showed the picture of Uzi. First off, in the rock and roll community, that outfit means nothing. MGK wore the same outfit the year before. No one said nothing. However, it represents art. Just like hip hop is art, so is punk rock.
Nigga,
you might not understand any of the above. We all know Uzi likes women.
I'm just fucking, bro. You know I'm trolling, bro. Let's get to the issues. You know I'm trolling. Anyway,
I can't look. You know me, bro. I'm good no matter what the sphere.
You know I'm trolling Uzi. Hey, check it out. Look, let me just show you something. This video right here. I want you to take a look at this with me. This is a real reaction, y'all. Double tap the screen, get the lights up. We got 30 Kens at 10 in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm saying, my brother? Okay, now double tap the screen, like I said. Get the lights up. Real reaction. Let's see what's going on. It's titled. This is Jesse Waters, right? It says they might have sabotaged Kamala's ticket on purpose. Have no clue what it's about. Let's go into it.
I've had it. Hi, I'm Greg Gutfeld, along with Judge Jeanine Pirro, Jessica Tarloff, Jesse Waters, and Jillian Turner, the Five. J.D. Vance crashing the Harris and Walz campaign tour as they hit up battleground states, Michigan and Wisconsin, the first stops on their swing state heist. But Trump's VP pick was tailing them like a bloodhound, with their planes literally sharing the tarmac today. So Vance figured he ought to do the media's job, rolling up to Kamala's plane to ask why she's been dodging the press for the past 17 days.
I ain't gonna lie. I like this. This is a dog fight.
I just wanted to check out my future plane.
Bro, he is such a joker, bro, that guy.
Man said he wanted to check out his future plane. Hold up.
I just wanted to check out my future plane, but I also wanted to go say hello to the vice president and ask her why Kamala Harris why does she refuse to answer questions from the media? And I also thought that the press gaggle following her might get a little lonely.
Harris and Walz are trying to sell Americans on their tampons for boys' vision of America.
How old is he?
Vance. JD Vance. I don't know how old he is, but he got some gangsters.
That's a vice president. That's how a vice president acts. That's how a vice president acts.
Dogging him.
But somehow you're the weird one.
Kamala is basically blocking Tim Walz.
Kamala is high on something, and she's been for 30 years.
They are creepy and weird as hell. You see it. You see it.
He's trying to be cool. He's trying to play the cool dude.
This is not normal. This is not normal behavior. Donald Trump, he sees the world differently than we see it.
You see, they attack, but they don't mention policy. They more on
the same thing on the other side, bro. It's this fucking
nope. Look, you gotta understand. It's gonna be some slander. It's gonna be some shit talking, right? But there's no policy at all on the other side, man. You're getting 80% policy from Trump, and then you get 20% shit talking. This other shit they doing.
Has no understanding of service because he's too busy servicing himself.
I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week. Donald Trump has openly vowed
Trump.
If reelected, he will be a dictator on day one. Someone who suggests.
Talk about the condition of the country. You see, they not both. See, Trump is basically downing them for how they manage the fucking country.
Right. You don't see the country go back.
You don't see them fighting to say that the country is doing well. You see them fighting him.
When was this country in good condition, Mac?
Well, you already know. We already had this conversation.
This country's been falling apart for 55 years. We get lied to. We get half truths. Here's one for you. That's why strong. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said that's why we're trying to get it together. But go ahead, give me an example.
Hold on, wife is coming in. Let me just mute for one.
All right. Give me 1 second, y'all.
We should terminate the Constitution of the United States. Should
Terminate
never
the Constitution and find out about the Second Amendment.
That's fake news. He said he totally walked away from that.
again have a chance to stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
Lovely. Walz was on fire, just like the Twin Cities in 2020. But if the Dems want to play the weird game, Hillary is getting her freak on by tweeting out and embracing the tampon.
Hillary the freak stack.
Come on, bro. This shit is messy, bro. This shit messy. Hillary putting shit out like this. This is why I said, hold up for a second, Mercito. This is why I told y'all that Hillary will be way more excited. We'll feel way more secure with her. See, Kamala, think about this when you was young. Hillary was the type of mother that, that'll make you a sandwich and, and make sure shit was in order. Kamala was Miss Parker. Let's keep it real. She's walking around trying to look like her daughter.
She was too busy to take care of the kids, yeah.
It's a reference to a bill that Tim Walz.
How nice of the Trump campaign to help publicize government. Tim Walz is compassionate and common sense policy providing free menstrual products to students in Minnesota public schools. Let's do this everywhere.
Signed last year, putting menstrual products in all restrooms in schools. But Hill Dog is trying to own it, saying, quote, how nice of the Trump camp to help publicize Governor Tim Walz's compassionate and...
Oh, Hillary mad. Hillary mad.
Can we show proof of these things being done and not just being said?
Well, you know what? We never gonna get that proof. Only
you brought up defund the police, right?
Yeah.
Other than Portland, Oregon, where it is failing, where did it happen?
Okay, you know what? Let's present another question. Let me ask that to the poll.
Saying, yeah, I got you.
Let me present the poll question right now. Should we defund the police? Right, and then after this little clip, we'll finish. We'll get right back to that. All right.
No doubt.
Common sense policy of providing free menstrual products to students in Minnesota public schools. Let's do this everywhere. Here, I say, Jesse. Tampons for boys. That's why I'm going to vote.
Now, don't say this shit, bro. Tampons, boy, that's just wrong. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, y'all.
But once again, what you're seeing, Jesse, is the pre-projection that liberals do. They project onto you what they know they will soon be defined.
What's that?
What's the positive of Greg saying it? Why is Greg thinking of these boys and their tampons in the first place? Why is that on his mind?
I'm trying to tell you, the conversation is uncomfortable, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Every conversation is uncomfortable. We live in a crazy place.
Find as weird.
Yeah.
So they started saying Vance is weird, Vance is weird, Vance is weird. And then you hear about the pushing tampons for boys or making it easier for trans surgeries for kids. Who's the weird one?
Tampon Tim honeymoons in China and shakes his wife's hand. What a weird dude. And remember, like last week, they say JD Vance was a bad pick. This guy is a COVID snitch line. Guys, they're playing lacrosse outside without masks on. What a freak. This guy destroyed Minneapolis. He's on the ticket with the lady that destroyed San Francisco. This guy they might have sabotaged this ticket on purpose. Eric Holder's in charge of vetting. Eric Holder's a pretty sharp dude. He didn't notice that this guy lied about not serving in war. He didn't notice that this guy basically told people that he was carrying a gun in a war zone. They have people now who served in his unit calling this guy a coward, saying he abandoned us right when we needed him. He was about to be deployed to Iraq and then was like, guys, you know what?
He turned into a bitch. What do you think about that, man? Okay, but listen. Matter of fact, let me just finish playing it through and we're going to go back.
All right, let's be fair. Donald Trump had a magic foot injury around Vietnam, so let's be fair.
But see, look, this is what I'm trying to tell you. We can't, the reason why we can't get anywhere is because for every defense, it's what Trump did. We would. So
No, but it's gotta be fair, Mac. You can't call one side and not the other.
Yeah, but that's
you wonder why our sectors act this way. You're watching a national news program, and then this could be a fucking YouTuber. The way he's talking.
Absolutely.
The difference between today and when we grew up is Walter Cronkite had honor.
Well, you think that the honor is missing because they're giving their side of the, you know what I mean? Like,
I think that, look, I was saying it earlier. Excuse me. I was going to speak on it earlier. If anyone remembers recently, there was that horrible shooting in Buffalo, racially targeted, white male, elderly black women, the whole, happened not long ago. When that happened, I said, let me just peep on every news station I can find this news story, right? Just let's see what the world is saying about this. Like, I watched the video. I wish I didn't. It's stuck in my head. I wish I didn't. It's disgusting, but it's there. However, I put on CNN. CNN, of course, is reporting what happened in Buffalo. Why wouldn't they? That's what they're going to push. Gun control, blah, blah, blah. I put on Fox News. They were talking about January 6th. So a Fox News viewer had no idea what happened in Buffalo that day. I flipped on a channel in Russia. They're talking about both. I flip on a channel in, I can't remember the main Russian channel, the one I just brought up, but every news station was giving us a different topic. Now that means every demographic is learning different information. So all the people who watch Fox News had zero clue about Buffalo. Everybody watching about Buffalo had zero clue about January 6th. So yes, the media has been dividing us since the 60s, the 70s, since we fucked them over with Watergate. Like, this shit goes back, that you said Hillary. This shit goes back, first ladies, way before Hillary, dude. Way before Hillary.
So the person that just said that we both lost and all of this, I mean, I'm sure I titled this video something like Trump or some political shit, right? You just enter the political chat and you basically have no opinion, right? Keep swiping, goofy. All right? Now,
that's bias. That's just bias. Some people can't let go of their bias.
I do want to say something, right? I agree. I agree and disagree with Murph's assessment that you should tell the other person's side as dirt as well. But when you just, when you're okay, look, listen to what he said again.
People now who served in his unit calling this guy a coward, saying he abandoned us right when we needed him. He was about to be deployed to Iraq and then was like, guys, you know what? I quit. And then got demoted, then lied about his rank, and then said he went to war. People have lost careers over that type of lie. And this is one of those things that people, if you're a Republican or if you're...
Well, just to be fair, that's not one of Trump's speaking points. One of Tim Walz's speaking points is,
That's a Fox News broadcaster.
But look, the facts is the fact, right?
No, no. I thought you were identifying who it was. I'm sorry.
Let's take the news off and let's just say that, that he amplified his military record, you know what I'm saying? And he falsified. So that's a person that's just coming into the race with that type of smut on will be criticized.
Yeah, it's not good. Brian Williams, the news anchor, lost his whole career over something very similar.
Okay, so do you don't think, listen, personally, do you don't think that that's a coward?
Of course I do. Of course I do. Anybody that turns their back on your team when you're in that type of, it could be a fucking baseball team and you quit, you're a coward.
Yeah, and then
but like I said, it's always the one-way streets. We got to hear about, these guys are so bad. But when you try to compare things to the other side, the answers get quiet. How many times? I'll ask you, Mac, just very easily. Nationally, the talking point is always what? You live in one and I live in one. It's the Democratic cities, right? Then why does Iowa, Utah, Montana, Canada, why do they all have an epic, quote, epic, that was their words, not mine, opioid problem? Why is there a homeless problem in 46 out of 50 states? Is that Donald Trump's fault? Is that Joe Biden's fault? No, it's both their fucking fault.
Well,
you shoot the bird in the head, you don't clip a wing.
Now, my man said, we are MAGA. All right? Not Republicans or Democrats. And I have no fancy words to call you dudes, Democrats, none of that. You know, I know y'all call people maggots and shit. But if you're doing that,
those are kind of names.
Yeah, you don't get the big point. Big point is that we actually not against each other. You know, just like you see a sports team going against another sport, they're not actually gonna, they don't actually hate each other. Except a couple of them, right? But I'm just saying that this is about
competition for the night.
Yeah, this is about us. But once you turn into a demon, it shows you what side you're on. You're on the outside of any view, because any view should be attached to reality, and most people's reality is taking care of themselves and taking care of their family. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's
you said it already.
Yeah, that's what you should be fighting.
We all want the same things.
All right, let me finish playing this.
Who served in his unit, calling this guy a coward, saying he abandoned us right when we needed him. He was about to be deployed to Iraq and then was like, guys, you know what? I quit. And then got demoted, then lied about his rank, and then said he went to war.
Whoa, stolen valor. Now, I come from military family, and my son is a Marine. Stolen valor.
A kid I grew up with just tried some stolen valor before he died.
Hold on, Murph. Now, it plays into the issue that we have with Kamala, right? Most people that criticize Kamala criticize her because how she appears to other countries. She looks weak. Now, the same thing with Tim Walz. If we questioning your valor, you know what I'm saying? Like your valor. Basically, essentially, they're saying that you're a coward and you'll say anything to get you past. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know this about him. I'm just learning all of these things, you know? So, but that was a deep statement. The motherfucker said, stolen valor is dishonorable. It's the city's fault that don't enforce the vagrancy laws. I don't know what vagrancy laws is, but maybe that's...
Well, vagrancy laws would be obsolete at this point, wouldn't they? I mean, with the amount of homeless we have, you're not going to be able to touch that.
Okay, listen, I'm going to just let y'all know, right?
I'm from Kensington. I'm from Kensington. We getting rid of my homeless problem? There's fucking 8,000 homeless people in my neighborhood, not city.
Murph, before we go there, right? I wanted to say something about that. And this is a little bit off topic, but I got to address it. And you wanted to, you and Kensington, what's his name?
Frank, Morals Over Money.
Not Frank. But that's my nigga. That's my dude too. But
Lego or
Lago, right? So you and Lago is the ones that actually put me on before I even knew about Old Boy, right? And y'all have such a fucking crazy epidemic going over there. But what I noticed is that it's real trending to do videos, and there's a dude that's calling himself the king of Kensington. What do you think about that? What do you think that it's such a problem? But instead of
I'm the king of Kensington.
Hold up. So instead of it getting the light that it deserves and the help that it deserves, in that way, in that regard, people are monetizing off of those people's pain. How do you feel about that?
Bro, there are people now that will, like, when the quote game started, you would have an ex-addict who had recovered go up helping people, haircuts, donating, contributing, getting their stories, maybe throwing $5-10. You know, you can't give an addict more than $10. They're addicts. They know this. Do you know what I mean? And they went on their way. Now we live in a time where someone drives by. I'm driving. She's filming. And they're just filming the addicts driving by. That's a whole different ball game, bro.
What do you think?
You're not trying to help nobody.
Under the listen, what do you think about this, right? And I want you to think about it before you answer it. G-Man proposed, right? The Democrats caused the drug issue in Kensington. Now, I don't know who caused it, but what do you think about that?
It's hard to disagree. I will say, if anyone else is from Philly, it's hard to disagree because it was a Democratic city for 40 years. So it's kind of hard to disagree. But the drug problem was nationwide, and it was being, pushed here and, pushed into Harlem, pushed into Kensington, and that way Manhattan is now clean. Center City, Philly is now clean. And if you've ever seen The Wire, look at Amsterdam. They pushed everything to one area, so the rest of the city is pristine. Look how great our city is until you go 5 blocks that way.
It's a mess out there in Kensington, and the homeless problem over here in Cincinnati, man. It's like looking at like shit in the 80s. You know what I mean? But you know what?
Addiction. It's all addiction.
But mental illness too, and you have a big portion of people that act like they don't see that this shit is a problem. They act like they don't see that. When you say inflation, they think it's just another word. But when you say, like you have to talk to people like, yo, bro. Think about how much. Think about food. They're your basic essentials. Fuck clothing and gas. Some of these people don't even drive. But think about your food essentials. Inflation is the rate that it goes up. It's not the actual cost or prices of stuff. That's not inflation. Inflation is not cost, people. Inflation is the rate that prices go up or fluctuate. You understand what I'm saying?
We are so bullshitted. We are so bullshitted and lied to. It goes from something as simple as the term on black crime.
Okay, what play in your mind? Black on black crime. What do you think about that? When you hear black
I'll indulge. What about white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime, lesbian on lesbian crime? You are killed by someone who looks like you most times.
So when we say that, we also have to correct being African American, because what about white American? I mean, what about Caucasian American? What about Chinese?
But that's what I'm saying. White on white. Guess who kills whites by majority? Whites. Asians, lesbians, the whole nine.
Okay, check it out.
So why do we care so much about black on black crime? Because there's a hyper focus on the community.
Yo, Murph, I know you for a long ass time, but I didn't know you was a freak ass motherfucker. You a freak. You like lesbians?
I love them. No, I don't like lesbians. I'm a straight married man, sir.
You know what? Your wife gonna throw a fucking pot at you. Give me a second, Murph.
People have lost.
By the way, everybody get the likes up, man. Double tap the screen. Thank you for everybody that's here.
My point was about this host, Mac. He's talking like a YouTuber on Fox News.
You know what? Look, let's be fair. All the news is just fucking YouTubers on with a big budget. That's all it is. It's opinion.
I expect better, bro.
No, you can't expect better. You expect the same shit you see in our sector.
You gonna write something a little more witty?
Bro, if you give Bullis Gotti $1 million in the studio, what is he gonna do? Huh? You tell me. He's gonna give us a bunch of his fucking opinions. So hold on, let me just finish it through. It's literally just
fair.
2 more minutes.
Careers over that type of lie. And this is one of those things that people, if you're a Republican or if you're a Democrat, this cuts through
stolen valor. Again, that word should be ringing bells in the chat.
Everything. You see a guy like this and you don't trust him.
Those words, excuse me.
And you can't trust him with money. It was the biggest COVID fraud state in the country. And just let's talk about Tampon Tim for a second. Just think about what you need to do to lose.
Tampon Tim, they gave him a name. It's sticking. Everybody, if you're on that Trump train, let's get the likes all the way up. And I want y'all to hashtag Tampon Tim. Oh, we got a new one, y'all. Oh, I'm gonna dig
Can
all
we get
into
a
this.
number for the people that don't like any of them?
Put 0 if you don't like nobody.
Lose money.
If you want anarchy, put a 4.
Look, you want, oh shit. Put a 4 for anarchy. Put a 0 for nobody. Put 1 if you're on that Trump train.
Let's say one guy's menstruating. Okay, one male is menstruating in Minnesota. All right. Instead of just having this one male who happens to be menstruating ask one of his girlfriends if he could borrow a tampon from their bathroom. No. He spends hundreds of thousands of dollars stocking boys' bathrooms with tampons. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. What kind of disrespect is that to the taxpayer?
Yeah.
Save the money. don't stock tampons in boys' bathrooms.
Where did that take place?
Jillian, Jesse surprisingly makes a good point. There has to be a reason why. There has to be a reason why they chose this clown, and it's the law of diminishing competence, right? So it's like always the main character chooses somebody not as competent as they are. For example, Obama chose Biden, and then Biden had to choose Kamala. Now Kamala has to choose Walz.
Could you say menstruating one more time?
I know. I think I've said that.
Tampon, Sam.
More times than I care to.
I hope no one's playing a drinking
How
game.
toxic is that? The word men in that.
I have a theory about why the vice president chose Governor Walz as her running mate. I could very easily be wrong. This is my own personal take. But if you think about it, I think it was more about her opportunity to strike out on her own than it was about any electoral strategy. If you're Kamala Harris, you are handed Biden's record to defend. You are handed your senior staff at the White House. You are handed your campaign platform. You are handed your campaign staff all the way up to the top. With 3 months to go, she has had very little say in anything that's going on so far in terms of her own presidential process.
Not saying anything.
She wanted to go with Walz. I think it was an emotional, a sort of heart pick rather than a head pick. What?
Is that what you're saying? She's emotional, so she chose this.
Yes, and she's.
I don't like what you're saying, Jillian. Please.
No, but I think this was her chance to strike out.
Oh, they go on that JD Vance couch.
Are you tired of
something?
squinting at your phone?
But you telling me she the first one to ever do it, Mac? The first vice president to ever take over in this amount of time in Hecklers way? No, this isn't like. Come on, like we're acting like shit's brand new.
Okay, look, now she's saying I'm glad that she was running from this debate.
Had a press conference today. He talked about a lot of things. Wonder if you have a reaction to what he talked about.
Well, I'm glad that he's finally agreed to a debate on September 10th. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope it shows up.
Are you open to more debate?
I'm happy.
Y'all are sick, and that's why. Yo, so Murph, I'm gonna bring you down right now because I'm about to start tearing shit up in the chat. Right? Always a pleasure, brother. You're always welcome here. But I gotta get some
shit apart in the chat. What you mean?
I know, but I gotta stay focused, bro. Because I got
you. Appreciate your time, my brother. Appreciate your time.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome, brother. You know what I'm saying? All right, now Murph, do me a favor, drop your link in the chat, man, so people can follow your channel. But I'm about to beat some liberals up. Liberty. All right, that was Murph. Murph, drop your channel in the chat.
Nigga, you gay.
Your mama. All right, let's get to this dirty work. You know this man wasn't ducking no motherfucking debate with you, shorty.
To have that conversation about an additional debate or after September.
Scared. All I'm saying is scared too.
Sure. He proposed some more.
All right, let me go back. I gotta go back. I gave him the black fix. I gave him the welcome to 7-Eleven. I gave him the white supremacy. I gave him the Agenda 47. I gave him the Project 2025. I gave him everything that they wanted. I gave him the policy. But JD Vance, I'm sorry, man. Everybody got their person, man. I think that JD Vance is, unless they find some smut outside of his couch. I like JD Vance, man. I think he's one of the most vocal vice president motherfuckers that you see in the wild. You ain't see nobody tear shit up the way son is doing this coming out here.
There's going to be a mother, a father, a senior citizen struggling to pay their bills, put food on the table, pay the utility bills. When you speak of the prosperity in a Trump administration, what can you, speaking to that person, what does that look like?
Well, I think that, I'm
own father denies that Kamala is black or even had any black relatives. That's a fact. But I'm not really barking up that tree. I can't even bark up because I don't care if she's black or not.
40 years old. I actually just had my 40th.
I just find it offensive that they say that she's black and she's not. Come on, she's obviously not black. Man.
Birthday, which I'm not too happy about. But I'm 40 years old, and for my entire life, there was this chart that had wages below corporate profits and below the size of government. And there was one 4-year period during my entire life where wages were actually going up, especially for people at the bottom and people at the middle. That was the 4.
Mind the major Baltimore. Let's get the likes up.
Struggling is, first of all, I know.
Double tap the screen. My brother C Major in the building. You know what I'm saying? Did the Dirty Kenzo drop his channel in there? That's the brother that was just up here on the panel with me. If y'all want to follow his channel, go ahead and subscribe to the Dirty Kenzo. And do have an epidemic in Kensington. I just find it offensive that a lot of people's out there getting crazy money, recording these people dying out there with needles shoved up in their arms. I'm watching people arms like coming off of their body, their skins. Yo, bro, that fentanyl, whatever that shit's called, it eats their skin up, bro. Like they, you know, like I seen this series called The Corner, and there was a dude, I think his name was Bear Claw. Yeah, their hands get so big, and then it be blisters and all that. And that was dope. But that Fetty is tearing them up bad out there. So pray for those people, man, and other cities that it's happening in. And they, you know, they don't attack that. They can't say that, oh, they just want to be on the street. It ain't that, man.
Person so that she could get more food from Meals on Wheels so that she could feed me and her. I certainly know what it's like to deal with skyrocketing grocery prices and skyrocketing rent. The solution to it is to give people higher paychecks. The solution to it is give people better take-home pay. The solution is to unleash American energy so that people aren't going to the grocery and seeing that eggs are 50% more than what they were a year and a half ago, right? You've got to bring down prices to give people basic prosperity. And the way you do that is really unleashing American energy, unleashing American farmers, and not spending like a drunken sailor, which is what Kamala Harris has done during her time in office. We really do know that it's the least of these. The Bible calls them the least of these who have suffered the most under Kamala Harris's affordability crisis. And President Trump and I, that is priority number one, is to make groceries and gas and rent more affordable for normal Americans. If you work hard and play by the rules, this very simple principle should apply. If you work hard and play by the rules, you should be able to live a good life in this country. And unfortunately, a lot of people right now are working hard and they're playing by the rules, but they can't afford groceries and they can't afford rent because of bad policy in Washington, D.C. We promise that we're going to change that. One last point I want to make on this, because I don't think that we talk.
You got people out here talking about, well, they gave you a stimulus and you ready to kiss their ass because they gave you a stimulus. Well, I recall one of the fucking issues that y'all was talking about was that y'all was broke. One of the biggest issues that y'all was talking about out here, that y'all was broke. So giving you a stimulus, giving you free money and free food didn't help you at all. If that's one of your major issues and they solved it for you, why after the motherfucker solved the problem for you, you turn around and say, yo, you know, you ain't do shit for me. I absolutely did something for you. I fed you. I took care of you. Your issue was that you was broke. I made you unbroke.
Yeah, we don't talk about it enough in politics, but housing is through the roof, and housing is destroying people's savings and their ability to.
We pay taxes on the stimulus. Nothing's free. Right.
Put a good house, put a good roof over their kid's head. So here's the thing. Why is housing so expensive in this country? Housing is so expensive in this country for two reasons. Number one, Kamala Harris pursued policies that raised interest rates.
I don't know why he wear eyeliner,
which make mortgages unaffordable for normal Americans. That's number one. And number two, we have let in 20 million illegal aliens who are competing with American citizens for scarce housing. You do those two things and you see the rent crisis.
There's no apartments in New York. Newsflash. In New York. All y'all that's in a rush to go there, most expensive place in the world to live. And there's no apartments.
This that you see.
I wonder, but listen, no wonder they putting them in 1,000-room hotels.
In Michigan and Ohio.
And them illegal immigrants is who I'm talking about.
Ohio and Pennsylvania. It is a disgrace. President Trump and I promise we will fix it. It's simple public policy. It's just got to be smarter, and it's got to look out for American citizens first. Sir?
Colin Jackson, Michigan Public Radio Network.
Now he's weird. I hope you calling me weird instead of calling, because you must have just not been paying attention.
Michigan is a state.
Leave James in the blood building.
It's going to be one on the margins. It's projected to be a close race. When former President Trump was in Detroit a few months back, he was talking to black.
Lets men pretend they're women, so I guess we can wear eyeliner, right? You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. They want to turn. They want to turn Tammy into Timmy.
Voters. He was tried very hard.
Let my Timmy come home as a Tammy.
To tie President Biden to the crime bill while taking credit for criminal justice reform. Right now, you're here in Shelby Township with
talking about somebody weird, right? Somebody talking about they want to take. Yo, listen. In my conversations growing up, if one of my homeboys, if I was passing weed and he said, "Yo, listen, man, tomorrow I'm about to go chop it off," and bro, we would think he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We would think he's crazy. That's just how I was raised. I don't know.
Tough on crime.
If you think that that's regular, if you think that that's freedom, that's your version of freedom. You say you want to be free to cut your shit, man.
Deportation message. Do you feel like that's going to land with voters of color that the campaign will need to win?
Well, look, I think my message to voters of color is very similar to my message to voters everywhere in Michigan, which is
that's why color is the issue, because the media is proposing it.
We want to redeliver peace and prosperity, right? Voters of color really benefit when wages are rising. Voters of color really benefit when normal people can afford to buy a home, and we want to bring back some of those.
A lot of conversation that no one wanted to join in. I don't understand that.
Since policies, but I do. I mean, if you look at this.
I don't know if he wears eyeliner, man. Listen, chat. Anybody with a wrench, if y'all see the word eyeliner in it, y'all better make up a new word. I'm telling you now. Time them out next time they say eyeliner. You know, say I don't know. Don't say eyeliner.
Statistics. When you allow rioters
say black eyes
to set fire to a city, or when the police are not empowered to do their job, it is very often
become legal. Pay for your shit. Stop skipping the line.
Voters of color that suffer disproportionately, right? It is voters of color who benefit the most from public safety.
Now, I told y'all about saying fucking eyeliner in my chat. Stop saying eyeliner in my chat, man. And Max, stop highlighting the word eyeliner after you telling them.
Nigga, you gay.
Whatever, man. Let's get back to the show.
And I think that we have to get some common sense back. Now, that doesn't mean, of course, that we don't.
Double tap the screen for me, man. Y'all on YouTube right now. Let me just let you know. I need y'all to get the likes up. Check it out. That's what we can do. We can do to get the likes up, fucking dance. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can look at a commercial that I made specifically for you. Okay? Here you go.
Would you
if you're lonely at night,
you like to meet some of America's most exciting and interesting singles?
Likes up, man. Get them up. Boop, 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 boop. Double tap the screen. Boop, boop. Let's get to this dirty work. All right, it's about to get dirty again. Y'all want to go down the rabbit hole? Type carrots in the chat.
Police to have.
I got some smut to show y'all.
Good relationship. Tough on crime does not mean tough on every single person who lives in a neighborhood with high crime. But when I talk to people in neighborhoods with high crime, often, not always, of course, voters of color, they actually love the police. They've got good relationships with the police. Of course, there are bad apples here and there, but most people recognize the police are there to keep them safe. And if we don't make it possible for the police to lock up the bad guys, the murderers, the armed robbers, then it is very often Black voters, especially in the state of Michigan, who suffer the most. You know, one thing that really bothers me about the left's narrative on criminal justice reform and a lot of their attacks on police is, again, that it is very often Black voters who suffer the most when the police aren't empowered to do their job. We have got to change this. There's an idea out there, I think, that Americans often forget, that the worst violent criminals, right? It's a very small group of people who commit the most egregious and most often commit the worst violent crimes. Nobody, Black, white, or anything else, wants us to do anything other than lock up the most violent criminals. You do that, and you empower the police to do that, you solve a whole host of the violent crime problem, and voters of color, I think, benefit from that as much as anybody. Sir.
From NBC News, you have repeatedly suggested that the only reason Kamala Harris didn't pick Josh Shapiro to be a running mate is because of his Jewish faith. Do you have any evidence to support that assertion, that a person who's married to a Jewish man is somehow anti-Semitic or bowing to anti-Semites?
Well, I reject the premise of the question. I did not say that was the only reason that Kamala Harris didn't choose Josh Shapiro. So you should, take a little less DNC talking points when you ask your questions and ask a real question. I have suggested that Kamala Harris was motivated, or at least her party was motivated, by anti-Semitism. And the evidence that I offer for that is what dozens of Democratic activists said in the run-up to her selecting her nominee. There were multiple grassroots activists, multiple media personalities, multiple people.
Yo, listen, man. Let me just let y'all know, man. Black people just don't like Kamala, man. Let's keep it funky. Let's keep it real, man. Especially black women. Black women got it up. I mean, they got a hard on for Kamala. Watch.
With influence in the Democrat Party who suggested that she should not choose Josh Shapiro because of his ethnic background. And look, I don't care what your ethnic background is. I know Donald Trump doesn't care what your ethnic background is. I do not want to live in a country where we're choosing who the next VP is based on skin color or ethnic heritage. Choose based on merit. And the fact that so many prominent leaders in the far left felt empowered to talk about Shapiro's ethnic heritage is a disgrace. And I think it's a scandal for the Democrat Party. Yes, I do.
Facts.
Last question, ma'am, the blue and yellow there.
Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Janelle James, reporter for Bridge, Michigan. And Michigan has about 91,000 immigrants, which counts for about 1.2% of our population. So what do you say to the people in Michigan who say immigration really isn't that big of a problem here?
Well, I appreciate the question, Janelle. And I'd say that, interestingly, legal immigrants often suffer the most from illegal immigration. If you look at the effect on legal immigrants' wages, if you look at the jobs that they're working in, and if you look at the communities that they're living in that are most affected by the public safety problems caused by illegal immigration, my message to legal immigrants was, one, we love to have you. You're very welcome. And we're happy that you came through the proper channels. But this illegal immigration problem is very often, it falls hardest on legal immigrants more than anybody else. And so my message is our anti-illegal immigration platform is actually going to make your life better. It's going to make your wages go up. It's going to make public safety in your communities better.
All right, white chocolate. Relax. Double tap the screen. It's about to get nasty now. This is going to show you that black women do not like Kamala. I don't care what Megan Thee Stallion got paid probably half of that. What I heard was $400,000. All right, damn near $500,000. Ass. Oh, it's about to get nasty out here. I'm about to get out in the dirty sector in a second. Hey, check this out. Look at this. They out here playing games. But I'm watching. Just to let you know. All right, back to the dirt. Black women do not like porn. Man, this channel right here, I want y'all to subscribe to this channel, man. Because these 4 women, man, they are hardcore. Popping politics. Here's the full video. If you want to go look at this later. But right now, bro, these chicks on fire, man. I like their channel, man. I just discovered it.
Y'all bitches talking about B is for bi. You can shout it out loud. I like more than one gender, and that makes me proud.
You see this fucking book, y'all? Do you want your kids going to school reading this? I'm just saying. B is for bi. You can shout it out loud. I like more than one gender, and that makes me proud. This is what y'all want in your school.
Y'all bitches talking about B is for bi. You can shout it out loud. I like more than one gender, and that makes me proud. B, boys shall be boys and do boy things. B, for bring me that motherfucking notebook and let me see your motherfucking ABCs. B, be motherfucking quiet and sit your ass down and stay in a kid's motherfucking place. If these the kind of books they gonna be reading to my motherfucking son in school, I might as well just teach him from home. Cause it ain't no way in hell y'all really think that this fuck shit is okay. B is for
Tell him, baby. Tell him, honey child.
Basketball, bounce, books, behavior. Be careful. Shit.
Nah, but he's spitting his facts. It's just the extra S's in it. It's making me kind of, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Hemorrhoids. They burn, itch, swell.
It makes me feel a little bit like that, you know? But nevertheless, valid points. Valid points. I gotta hear that again. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Y'all bitches talking about B is for bi. You can shout it out loud. I like more than one gender, and that makes me proud. B, boys shall be boys and do boy things. B, for bring me that motherfucking notebook and let me see your motherfucking ABCs. B, be motherfucking quiet and sit your ass down and stay in a kid's motherfucking place. If these the kind of books they gonna be reading to my motherfucking son in school, I might as well just teach him from home. Cause it ain't no way in hell y'all really think that this fuck shit is okay. B is for basketball, bounce, books, behavior, be careful, shit like that. Not no motherfucking bisexual for no little boy. These motherfuckers can barely read, even brush their motherfucking teeth. But you got them reading a book about being motherfucking bisexual. Wow. These babies can't even chew up a motherfucking steak properly, but y'all teaching them how to take a dick and suck an ass. That shit is crazy, gang. Y'all gotta do better and leave our motherfucking kids alone. B, for bring our children back.
From the gay guy's mouth.
Yeah.
I love to our ears.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, he told the truth there.
He did.
He did. Yeah, so I sent that video to a friend because she has young kids, and I wanted to show her.
You gotta remember, some of these dudes that get down with that wasn't born that way. They were made that way, and they don't agree with it. They might live that lifestyle, but they might not agree with you inviting a child to that lifestyle. You know, B, bitch, please.
She's a new mom. That this is what are some of the books that are out there that they're showing or giving young kids in lower school and in kindergarten, things like that. So all I did was send her that video and take a look at what she responded to. This is photo number 1. She says, "Oh goodness, please don't send me stuff like this. I come on Instagram for positivity only." Then she says, "I'm voting for Kamala. Nothing will change my mind, so no need to try." And as you can see, I responded, I said, the post didn't mention Kamala Harris. I sent it to show the books they are trying to push on kids, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
So she showed her that little post about the dude, you know, making mention of his concerns. And I would think that you will take a gay man's opinion to be, you know, real serious in this matter over somebody that's straight. Because what is somebody that's straight gonna tell the dude that bit the pillow? You know what I mean? Like the one that bit the pillow telling you, yo, listen, man, all of us wasn't born that way. Some of us was made that way. And I don't think that's something that we want to pump to our kids.
This, again, I didn't mention Kamala Harris. This is a young lady that's supposed to be a Bible-believing Christian. Okay.
Bible reading.
That is her response. She's voting for Kamala no matter what. And I get that from a lot of Black women.
That's because they still are very, very, they have this PTSD or whatever it is from their slaving, their oppression that they want to have.
Oh, tap the screen. Let's get the lights up, please. Can we get the lights up for the kid, Mac Me? Let's get them things past 300. All right. Thank you.
At this victimhood, they want to.
Your boop, boop, boop on your screen should be a big thumb pop up. If it don't, do something else.
Feel like, oh, finally we've got something. Finally, we're able to do something as Black women, not realizing, like the man say, you need to
real issues.
Be back in the kitchen and be back home raising your children. That's what you can be doing. But no, you want to be the president and you're going to fuck up the whole world because you have issues, mental issues.
But we have to address Black women. Beyonce has just come out. There were rumors that she is going to
It's not me saying this. This is the Black women.
For the first time, she's going to endorse a candidate for president. It looks like she's going to endorse Kamala, of course.
Yeah.
And then we have, Black women are leading the charge, for Kamala Harris. And, it's like everything else be damned. You have Black women leading communities. Most Black families are led by Black women, single Black mothers. And so I asked the question, are they leading us down a path of disaster?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What are you gonna say? Well, I mean, I want to say that
I'm not saying when I say black women,
I
I'm saying
hope all the new rappers don't do this. I hope all of because I'm still stuck on DMX. I'm still rocking Timberlands, and you know what I mean. Like I still think I'm kind of like a thug.
in general, you know. Now I know not all black women are doing this.
Right. In general, I think black women are leading the country right now. Because it's damn sure not Joe Biden. Because where has he been?
Right. Black women are leading the Democrat Party. They're following behind Kamala Harris blindly.
I don't think I have started a couple years ago, and more and more, I don't think
smart black women is offended by this shit.
It's that they're stupid or foolish or whatever the word is anymore. I think they know exactly what they're doing. I mean, I don't think they understand the consequences because they think they're voting for themselves in their best interest. But I think they are doing what they're doing because this is what they actually believe is good for them.
Yeah, they do.
They do. So it's hard to say that they're just stupid. I mean, I've said that, and I think they are. Don't get me wrong, but they are doing it calculated because this is in their best interest.
Oh well, Ming asks, what does Pac? Ming says, oh shit, there goes that Pac pick in Speedos. What that got to do with the topic? That's what I'm trying to figure. I want. That's what I'm saying. This is the problem I'm having with this show sometimes because the people that actually run this show in the back, they be throwing stuff up there like just to try to throw the show off a little bit, you know. So no disrespect to anybody that's in there that listen to Me Against the World. I see Deborah Brown. I can't even sing it no more after seeing that picture.
To get the women's whatever power and clout and Kamala Harris or whatever, like you said, they see themselves.
They gotta find something else better to do in this show, man. I ain't gonna lie. They gotta it's flashing pictures and stuff like that of rappers, dead rappers and shit. That's just not good on this channel. This is a family show, y'all. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, all right, for this family show.
Themselves in this position of, oh, she's doing it for us, and it reflects back on me or the black woman, and that means we have ours. We got ours.
And clearly,
let me ask you this though, because I'm talking about these women who claim to be Bible-believing Christians.
Allegedly, those are not panties. Those are Speedos, as Ming said.
Who don't agree with pushing LGBT on kids, don't agree with the open borders.
Let's go, crew. I'm in the studio.
At least that's what they
salute, crew.
Say. This is Kamala Harris's number one priority. She is not hiding it. All they talk about is abortion and LGBT. And so you have these black women who say, I don't agree with that, but yet they say, I'm voting for her no matter what. Where's the disconnect?
They're blinded. They're blinded by identity politics.
Right.
They're blinded by the fact that she's a black woman. They're blinded by the fact that she's an AKA and she went to HBCU, not realizing that doesn't make you black. And that doesn't mean all skin folk, like they want to say, all skin folk ain't kin folk. That doesn't mean that she's going to do what you need to do in your best interest. It's just representation to say, oh, we have a black woman in as a president. That's it.
That's all it says. No, you're right. That is all it says. But ultimately, it goes back. And
I would say it's entrapment as well.
I would just say all of us in the country in general, how obsessed we are with quote unquote race. First of all, there's only one race, the human race, okay? Which is why I call myself a human American. But
I'm sorry, TC or Tice. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be flashing that picture. That's just my mother hates that picture. I actually shared it on TikTok, and I didn't even know my mother was on TikTok, man. She scorned me. I mean, like, she scolded me for this picture. Fake news, she cried. This is what my mother told me. I didn't know. I'm like, Mommy, you on TikTok? The fuck are you doing TikTok? Posting up all type of ratchet shit. I'm posting up cat videos, right? This slipped through the cracks. I'll actually manage my own social media.
Anyway, nevertheless, there's only one race. There's only a human race. There are ethnicities. There are different skin colors or whatever. But we are so obsessed with, oh, your skin is this color and your skin is this color and this one. It's an obsession. It is.
Double tap the screen to get the likes up, please. Please get the likes up. Motherfucker space with the lights off. I'm gonna end this live. I didn't say I'm gonna end my life. Packing speedos. Packing speedos. That's my yo. Listen, and just in case y'all don't know, I got a new mixtape out. It's called The Hoochie Daddies. Hoochie Daddies. Go look us up. We call the Hoochie Daddies. All right. I'm not actually a part of the group, but that's the name of the group.
Is, if you want to call it delusion, it is ultimately anti-human, because that means you are categorizing people only based on the way they look. That's the lowest level of human dignity or treatment that you can have.
Oh, they don't care about humans. They care more about dogs. Even Black women now, they care more about dogs and pets than they do humans. Because I've heard a few Black people say that if they can just go in a box or go in a house with their cats and their dogs and not have to ever deal with humans, they would love that. But that's another subject.
Yeah, I mean, so to me, then the Black community is
Yeah. I agree, Memento. I agree 100%.
Because
it's been that
untrustworthy cowards. You know, not just cowards. That's going against the bro code. You actually enter in the whole code area.
Because when you think about it, you know, the Black
You gotta be careful all that. You know what I'm saying? Lip boxing and pillow talking.
Black families
revealing pillow talk. Excuse me.
Are predominantly raised by single mothers.
Price 1503, a part of that Mac Main true story shit. Yo, put the notifications on. We be wilding over here, wilding. But just know the core of me is I really hate everybody equally. I have not a racist bone in my family. They say that. I mean, in my body, no freaky. But they say that I have. They say that I have a prejudice against a certain race of people, right? I just the race. If you ever had fried rice, then I don't want to say the race because I don't want to get hit again. But I don't have anything against anybody. Matter of fact, my best friend is Chinese.
By women. You know, we are seeing an awakening within men. Black men.
Yeah, finally. Thank you, Black men. Yes.
They don't lead most of these families.
They don't have the jobs. Black women, and as we're going to see, if this woman becomes president, there's a lot of Black women who are entrepreneurs, who are CEOs and all this, but they don't make the room for the Black men. You're right. The Black men aren't leaving the households. They're not leading positions. They're not leading. So Black men need to.
Women are leading.
That's exactly. Community. So now I want to see the Black men step up and not vote for Kamala Harris.
What if she would have got a Black man? Man, that would have been a chess move on the Democrat side. That would have been a chess move. But trust me, y'all wouldn't have heard the end of it from us because we would have known the same way they went and tried to get Kai Cenat. We would have known that you're only doing that for one reason.
I will say that President Trump needs to step up his policies. Like, more people are saying, well, what is Trump going to do about it? He's not being very clear on his.
The media is running cover for her. She has not one policy.
She hasn't. Yeah.
One policy on.
Thank you. Oh, this girl went nuclear on them. Now. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me show y'all. That girl right there to the right, she's not the one to fuck with. The one in the middle is critiquing certain things with Trump, and that's because she's not in the know. She doesn't know that we have Agenda 47 laid out. You know what I mean? She doesn't know that we have a platinum plan. She don't know these things. All right? So, or she's ignoring that, right? But I'm going to show you the other one to the right. Oh, she goes hard. This one, she get a drink in her and she start telling that truth. Check this one out. I like this channel, man. You need more women like this that ain't scared to speak, man. Unapologetically, you know what I mean? And don't need to use all the curses and slander, knows how to articulate themselves and stuff like that. That shit, it speaks volumes to a person that can think, you know? And I do like to see people get drunk and out of control once in a while, okay? Just be honest with you. I want you to see one piece I want you to see Shorty right here. She don't be playing. She get that drink in her. Oh man, I gotta go look at the whole joint. Let me just play it for you. My bad. Oh, I had to find. You know what? I had to find some conservative women that were speaking because I couldn't speak too much on the abortion issue. So I needed a woman to lend the voice to this shit.
She's treating and handling Black people like we're pets.
Who the hell told you?
That took my opinion into the building. Salute. Big salute. You know what I'm saying? YT. MO.
That I
YT ain't MO.
Whoever you call, what is it, a BIPOC, whatever that means.
Yeah.
But you, number one, that you get to name me, you get to tell me I had the privilege by way of your privilege to speak out.
Sound Factory salute. Motor Culture fighting the chat. Motor Culture fighting the chat. You know? She fighting the chat. She, you know, Sean C just giving my receipts on what I was saying ain't BS. And I don't think that you should mark off what she's saying as BS. I think that we need to be polite to the people that's being polite to us. All right? Just that simple. And she has a wrench, so she can just time any one of y'all out. Whether you agree with her or not, that blue wrench mean a lot over here. She could just cut you all the way the fuck off this channel if she felt like it. So just be careful what you say.
Bitch, I'm an American. I actually raised, number one, that you get to name me. You get to tell me I had the privilege by way of your privilege to speak out. Bitch, I'm an American. I actually raised my hand to stand on the Constitution. I have free speech given to me by
In the last week, they've had Zoom calls for Black women for Kamala, white women for Kamala, Latinas for Kamala. I mean, and the list goes on. And guys, I mean, you may have seen these. They're cringy. I mean, really cringy. White women for Kamala. This is clip number 4.
Ariel Fodor, affectionately known as Mrs. Frazzle, to her combined audience of over 1.5 million.
I gotta go ahead and do some messy shit. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta get off this live. All right. Everybody, subscribe to the channel. Double tap the screen. Get the likes up. You know what I mean? Great having y'all. I'll get to y'all tomorrow. Trump will be at his rally. I got an emergency I gotta deal with. And yeah, it's going to get dealt with. All right. Salute to everybody that pulled up today, man. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I gotta go though. All right.